I want, with no problem from the jump. It don't matter what I'm dropping, all these niggas finna bum. They be fighting over crumbs, I can never be with them. Add up all they fucking totals and you still won't get my sum. And these niggas sleeping on me, so I call them siesta. Shorty want it all, but I just had to next up. Said she had a friend and they want a trifecta. She be going hard like a fucking I say, yo bitch, a party, call her fiesta. She wanna skirt off in back of the Tesla. Way too fast, I've been missing every rest stop. If we got a problem, sending niggas at your head top. We ain't in the same range, we ain't in the same game. Little nigga Paul Pierce tryna step to MJ. I ain't finna say no name, better stay up in your lane. I've been sunning all these niggas, they don't wanna hear me play. I be winning every time, even with a head start. Niggas think they making hits, they ain't in the ballpark. They be tryna make it on, but they really fall hard. You ain't even in my zone, how you think that you a star? There's a real fine line between the confidence and cockiness. I promise that the difference lies how often they be talking it. Fuck around and do it, niggas swear that I be walking it. And they don't want no problems, but they acting like they starting it. They living the facade, always wanting what I got. Won't get Freeman how they acting, always wanna play a part. I don't know if I'm a sign, like the treaty of Versailles. At this point I've been at war with all these niggas. I say, yo bitch, a party, call her fiesta. She wanna skirt off in back of the Tesla. Way too fast, I've been missing every rest stop. If we got a problem, sending niggas at your head top. We ain't in the same range, we ain't in the same game. Little nigga Paul Pierce tryna step to MJ. I ain't finna say no name, better stay up in your lane. I've been sunning all these niggas, they don't wanna hear me play.
Yo, won't stop shooting till the whole thing's empty. Better take this L like MP or Zeki. Swinging my blade, don't tempt me. Farm blocks, late night, no entry. Sentry, Pookies, all in the rescue. Yo, man get sought like Jezzy. 5 AM getting it for murder. No further, you got John, no wellies. Only got John, no wellies. No will it so we can't see clear. Foot on the clutch to get. Wine on the window, they all disappear. The neighbours like, what happened here? Donny got shaved, but he still got hair. Big drip, little drip got tear. Got me with Lurky, we had big man scared.
Shotgun man, slap man, boot it. Tune man down, now it's kinda just ruined. Don't think we can sleep on the voyage. We came right back and then done 2 bootings. Chill in the same spot, what are you doing? They just don't learn like stupid students. Spot any ops, don't think, just do it. 100% broski's gonna shoot it. Hop at the ride, he's dashing, catch him, beam man up and then vanish. Free Boogie B, well-known savage. Pull up on them and of course they panic. Next day, me and Nabs went on alert. Didn't see nothing, just one little strang. As this beef is frying, don't get caught lacking.
Yo,
too late, all damn he's
I
capping.
see broski watching, catching, mopping. Hopped out the ride and chopped him. They get back, strapped him. Everyone's flossing, gassed up, OT bopping. Machine gun shopping, shotgun locking. 2 hands bow and popping. My auntie still ask if I'm fine. A lot's on my mind, but the money ain't stopping.
Due to get long when corn starts flying. Bucket the A, don't expect kindness. Riding, I find it exciting. Knife it, somebody's dying. Pipe it, babe, stop piping. Cause it come down if I ride, he's riding. Bad beat, come to the nest for a piping. Leave it, a little bro swipe it.
Without, that's my big pal. He's on violence, he don't make no sound. Spin the whip, give a fuck by the crowd. If you chill with the odds, you ain't making me proud. Bro, what's wrong with this child? He got his time to still runs his mouth. Cause he comes to the end, if broski's riding, then I'm riding, no doubt. I got hella length things from south, just brought their back and open mouth. New bando, I don't chase no clout. I just hit the up, you smoke it and I'm out. My broski got knit like how, just wish him the best when they take it to chow. My broski got knit like how, just wish him the best when they take it to chow. I see broski watching, catching, mopping. Hopped out the ride and chopped him. They get back, strapped him. Everyone's flossing, gassed up, OT bopping. Machine gun shopping, shotgun locking. 2 hands bow and popping. My auntie still ask if I'm fine. A lot's on my mind, but the money ain't stopping.
Due to get long when corn starts flying. Bucket the A, don't expect kindness. Riding, I find it exciting. Knife it, somebody's dying. Pipe it, babe, stop piping. Cause it come down if I ride, he's riding. Bad beat, come to the nest for a piping. Leave it, a little bro swipe it. Ride and tap it, this shit's fantastic. Hey broski, pass me the doctor. Watchman hops, got trip, get cabbage. Both baby got shotties and daggers. Hammers, pull up and ops and they dashing. Head to the blocker, just on the mad team, side team. Run up a youth, no manners. Still too spits, forget what happened. Angle arms, I swing it. Dip it, rip it, twist it, kill it. Everyone's bad till bro starts chinging. Gunshot, holy, you in existence. We caught one, he left his misses. Pull up on my block, his scripts with flipping. 3 doors, pop shotgun, get lifted. If you got him, you'll see him on pitch.
I see broski watching, catching, mopping. Hopped out the ride and chopped him. They get back, strapped him. Everyone's flossing, gassed up, OT bopping. Machine gun shopping, shotgun locking, 2 hands bow and popping. My aunt used to ask if I'm fine, a lot's on my mind, but the money ain't stopping.
Due to get long when cool starts flying. Bucket the A, don't expect kindness. Riding, I find it exciting. Knife it, somebody's dying. Pipe it, babe, stop piping. Cause it come down if I ride, he's riding. Bad bitch, come to the nits for a piping. Leave it a little bro swag.
Yeah, best believe if we got smoke, you know what's up. Nowadays my niggas pushing Balenciaga, yeah, the trust. If you boys really want drama, I'ma tell they ass pull up. I don't fuck with many niggas, so I keep the hammer tucked. I just really want the bucks. I don't need to say too much. My gun's a thotty, it's a slut, yeah, slut. Cause it's gon' blow you till it's dust, yeah, dust. I just really want the bucks. I don't need to say too much. My gun's a thotty, it's a slut, yeah, slut. Cause it's gon' blow you till it's dust, yeah, dust, yeah. I call a Uber if I drink too much, yeah. Hit these niggas with a Ruger, I don't play too much. My mama told me.
Je m'appelle Louis Caïfas, j'ai 18 ans, je suis belge et je joue sur le pseudonyme The Red.
Je m'appelle Georges Geraldo, alias LXB FIFA. J'ai 23 ans et je suis luxembourgeois.
Mijn naam is Jordan. Wij zijn als Ayaminucent. Ik zie 20 jaar oud en ik zie Franses.
Ja, sind zusammen mein Persona Saro 01X und ja, schon 20 Jahre und ich freue mich auf das Saison.
Moi, c'est Louis Lux 8, c'est Westing, c'est Lützbauer.
Ich bin Riyad, sind 20 Jahre alt, Leute kennen mich mit dem Namen Mamelmo. Ich spiele seit 5 Jahren FIFA.
Mijn naam is Leon, Cube FIFA. Ik ben 17 jaar oud en ik zit het bij.
David Posanti, collega nennen mich immer Ayo Man und mein Pseudo ist Rainbow Six David.
Sabinho oder Fabio, 23 Jahre, Lützbauer.
Je m'appelle Ivan Nilsson, j'ai 20 ans, aussi connu comme Ivan Nilsson LPVM et je suis de nationalité portugaise.
Isaiah Joliman, mon pseudo c'est Pharaon, j'ai 24 ans, je viens de Metz et je suis de nationalité française.
Abdoulaye Niang, 28 ans, français, Team Caillot, et j'ai tout dit.
Je m'appelle Labio, j'ai 22 ans, j'habite en Belgique et mon pseudo c'est Labzeller.
Je m'appelle Dylan, j'ai 17 ans, mon pseudo c'est Vladil38, je représente Relay on Esports.
Das ist die vierte wo ich alle Season mitgemacht habe. Letztes Jahr dritte, jetzt erst hoffentlich erste.
Das ist meine zweite Partizipation. Die erste habe ich gewonnen, für Ukraine Schramm das Jahr meinen Titel zu verteidigen.
En fait, ça fait longtemps que je connais la compétition, mais j'ai pas pu participer parce que j'avais pas le temps. Je travaillais.
Quatrième déjà? Ah ouais. À chaque fois, ça a été une progression. Je suis passé de la 12e à la 8e, à top 4. Puis à champion l'année dernière. Je peux pas faire mieux, donc on va essayer de faire pareil.
C'était plutôt tranquille. Viel mehr verwählt, ja. Ich wusste mit 2BO2 spielen und ich hatte ziemlich einfach Gegner.
Oh, sie waren mehr interessant, also ich habe den Favorit Ivan Nilsson gewonnen. Ja, du nur eben den Pharaon verloren, mais es war mega.
Sur 10, je dirais 7.
C'est compliqué parce que 1 ou 2 semaines avant les qualifications, je joue encore en version PS4. What? Le gameplay entre PS4 et PS5, c'est vraiment le jour et la nuit. Et je ferai maintenant tout pour me qualifier au final.
Ich habe so viel Confiance für Nani, so viel gegrindet für Nani, dafür ich in voller Confiance.
Je pense que toutes les personnes qui sont ici, elles peuvent gagner, donc je vais donner mon maximum.
Ganz neutral, es ist nicht so, dass ich gewonnen habe, noch nicht dass ich schlecht bin. Hoffentlich an der Top 10.
C'était un peu compliqué au début, parce que le jeu a beaucoup changé, il y a eu beaucoup de mises à jour, il y a eu beaucoup d'adaptations à faire et tout. Mais je commence à trouver mon rythme, donc je suis confiant, j'ai l'expérience, donc je saurai gérer.
Es sind zwar Premier, mais je spiele aber trotzdem viel an. Das ist Zeit für das zu beweisen.
Suite à ma qualification à la Champions League, je me sens vraiment au top. Je sais que je peux battre tout le monde et je suis vraiment confiant.
Que 1. I'm innocent. Mein Favorit ist ja als LXB FIFA.
LXB FIFA.
LXB FIFA. Il a perdu aucun match.
Pour moi, je pense que c'est Ivan Nilsson.
Ivan Nilsson.
Ivan Nilsson.
Ivan Nilsson.
Je continuerai à dire Shadow.
Shadow.
Saro. My man.
Louis.
Ich meine, der Louis Lux hat eine gute Chance.
Mon teammate Fabinho.
Avec la méta, il faut quand même accélérer en phase offensive. Donc je me suis adapté, j'accélère en phase offensive, même si mon style de jeu est plutôt posé.
Full méta.
Full méta, il n'y a pas le choix.
Solidité, technique, adaptation.
Balanced, ausgeglichen.
Mon but, c'est juste de trouver mes attaquants. Et une fois que je trouve mes attaquants, je laisse la magie parler.
Défense als egal, alles noch viel.
Alors j'ai aucune patience, je me précipite beaucoup. Offensivement, je suis quand même assez bon, donc c'est ça qui me sauve un peu.
Ganz Standard, Meta.
Meta, Pace.
Full Meter, gut Verteidigung.
Beste Verteidigung am Spiel.
Schnell und stark.
L'attaque de feu, ouais.
Incroyable.
Humble.
Richtig schlecht.
Fun.
Sexy.
Les gens qui gardent la balle.
Am meisten Rose ging ich von der Jordan ein Minuscent geht mich gewonnen, dann meinte wir besser.
Wenn die Server rivales sind.
Quand les serveurs ils sont pas bons et que le jeu est lag.
Wenn Pass nicht durchkommen oder wenn der Spieler immer den nächsten Ball zurückkriegt, so Sachen rege ich mich einfach ab.
Ah, c'est les comptes favorables.
Les contre favorables.
Les comptes favorables, quand mon gardien il arrête par exemple et que ça revient dans ses pieds et là il marque, me fait énormément rager.
Et toutes les incertitudes du jeu en fait sur les contacts physiques, c'est rageant.
Wenn ich gegen den Spieler unverdient verlieren, an der Spieler, der wenn er jubelt, an mich dann express provoziert.
Wenn mein Gegner jubelt, das ist schlimm.
War alles.
Chian Chalak.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Lionel Messi.
Jamal Musiala.
Jamal Musiala. So.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Kylian Mbappé.
Van Dijk.
Jude Bellingham.
Lionel Messi.
Le GOAT, CR7.
En vrai, c'est Messi.
Bah, CR9, c'est Ronaldo, le Brésilien.
Ich meine City.
Manchester City.
Le PSG.
Manchester City.
Ich meine dann schon den FC Bayern.
Real Madrid.
Liverpool.
Benfica.
Für mich hat Benfica Champions League gewonnen.
Je dirais bien Naples.
Benfica. C'est mon club.
Le PSG, j'espère, pour Messi.
Chaque année c'est Cousseau le Bayern, donc je pense que Bayern.
Je dirais que c'est peut-être l'année de Manchester City, enfin.
Also ich wirklich froh, sie mich zu qualifiziert und ein großes Merci an meine Kollegen, die immer mit mir an der Party sind und mich unterstützen.
Ich hätte ein Beispiel für den Swift-Taskbar und ich hoffe, dass mich alle Gute werden unterstützen bei der Post-E-Sport Master an alle Swift.
Hasper boven.
Ruhig bleiben, immer ruhig bleiben und nicht zu viel ausrasten.
Das Jahr werde ich mich wirklich zurückgehen und ich werde auch probieren, echt in das Jahr zu gehen.
Papa et maman, si vous voyez ces messages, je vous passe le bonjour.
Merci à ma famille et mes amis qui me soutiennent, parce que du coup ça fait vraiment plaisir, ça donne envie de se donner encore plus pour avoir de meilleurs résultats.
Ich kann sagen, dass ich mein Bestes gehen für den Verein, für den Club.
Prenez du plaisir, c'est le plus important. Amusez-vous, restez respectueux.
Moi, ich wollte mich einfach und den ganzen Staff bedanken für die gute Zusammenarbeit dans den letzten Jahren.
On va essayer de conserver le titre. Hein. C'est la première session où il y aura 2 champions en même temps, avec Fabinho. On va essayer de confirmer. Et si je dois vendre ma peau, je la vendrai quand même chèrement.
De nos jours, outre les smartphones, portables, télévisions et consoles de jeux, toujours plus de périphériques domotiques sont conçus pour une utilisation sans fil. Une situation parfaite pour le Wi-Fi 6. En effet, la nouvelle norme Wi-Fi, connue également sous le nom de Wi-Fi AX, permet de bénéficier d'une performance maximale et ce, pour de nombreux appareils connectés simultanément. Les nouveaux procédés assurent une meilleure efficacité, une plus grande vitesse du Wi-Fi et augmentent également la portée. Pour vous, cela signifie que vous pouvez profiter d'un streaming sans interruption, d'un son cristallin pour la musique et que vous pouvez surfer et jouer en ligne à une vitesse ultra rapide, tout ça en même temps. Mais ce n'est pas tout. Comme le Wi-Fi préserve la batterie de vos périphériques mobiles, vous pouvez faire durer le plaisir encore plus longtemps grâce à une meilleure gestion de l'énergie. Avec la Fritzbox 7530 AX, profitez du meilleur Wi-Fi à la maison.
Wow.
Wait, is that a phone? Look at the performance, the graphics. That thing's a gaming machine. A new challenger. Is that Faker? That man's a gaming legend. Everyone, fasten your seatbelts. And here we go!
Carry 'em on, just look at the boards. I had to show up and ball to settle the score. All the lights are beaming down when I'm in the arena. I pulled up at the octane, boy, this ain't a beamer. Real slick, whipper, made another hitter. Certified winner, that's where did my night differ. Pockets on, swole, flipped on the mode. Running up the score, girl, I look like goals. Running it up, running. Penalty kick. I put in the work for the crown. It's fit for a king. I'm covered in gold and rings. The diamonds of V's. Real slick, whipper, made another hitter. Certified winner, that's where did my night differ. Pockets on, swole, flipped on the mode. Running up the score, girl, I look like goals. Running it up, running, running it up, running, running it up.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to another week of Post Esports Masters. It's season 4. It's the third week of play in the FIFA competition. Obviously, we have some other games coming up this season as well. Registrations are open for Clash Royale and Rocket League. Registrations are opening exactly 1 month from now, the 3rd of April. So have an eye on our social media and website to be sure to enter the competition in time. And if you're a Clash Royale player, you can go ahead and enter your details right now and compete for a big amount of prizes. Obviously, prizes on the line for FIFA as well. Big thank you to Fritz, Post, Wild, and Samsung, obviously, for making this all possible. And right now, we're about to kick things off with myself. And of course, once again, as in the first play week, George Overton.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for having me, Rene. It's great to be back.
Yeah, welcome back, my man. You enjoyed the first play week, you told me. Did you get any of the action of last week when I was here with Curtis?
Yeah, I was actually out for a few of the games, but I managed to go and watch the VOD, and I managed to actually catch the last game of the evening live, the Masters of the Day game, and, well, Shadow looked incredibly good that game.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I think that's key what you're saying right now, because the weird thing is, the man who is leading the table right now, it's Shadow. And there are a few people close, especially Ivan Nielsen. But so far, we've had 2 players of the week. First week, it was X Fabinho. Last week, it was Alex B. FIFA. So is it right that Shadow isn't there in either of the weeks?
No, I think it's fair enough. I think that Shadow, he's a very solid player. Concedes such a small amount of goals. Second in the league for the least amount of goals conceded this season. But also obviously very good at scoring goals as well. But I think that definitely Shadow is going to stay up at the top of that table. We've seen the way he defends. We've seen the way he plays the game. Very clean, controls the play, dictates the pace of the game. And yeah, I think it's only a matter of time before we see him get a Player of the Week.
Yeah, definitely. He had 2 of the 5 Player of the Week nominations last year, or wins actually. So that's maybe one of the reasons. Maybe the guys feel like he's going to win one sooner or later anyway. So if someone else does phenomenally well, like X Fabinho in week 1 and Alex B FIFA last week, maybe that's the reason they picked him. Also, maybe with expectations, you'd expect Shadow to do the things that he's doing. And Alex B FIFA, we've had a lot of players name him as one of the contenders this season, but I don't think anyone expect him to end up on top of the table, maybe as number 1, or maybe not many people, not as many as Shadow. So that's maybe the reason they chose him, because he had a phenomenal week last week, managed to win pretty much all of his games. And we don't have the rankings on a graphic right now, but I do have them on my right screen for you. I can tell you that Shadow is on 35 points from 14 matches right now. Ivan Nilsson is on 29 points, but from just 12 matches instead of 14. Alex B FIFA, 28 points from 12 matches. X Fabinho in 4th right now with 25 points from 12. Farrell on in 5th, 24 points from 12. So we've got a good bracket of top players near the top. The Red Lewis Lux in there as well. The one man who I expect to do better than he is currently doing is probably Abdu Brown. But George, let's focus on the players of tonight, because obviously we have some great matches again, 4 double best of ones, and then in the end we have the Masters of the Day with Ivan Nilsson versus Shadow. Now, I'm looking forward to that one, but I'm also looking forward very much to seeing Alex B FIFA play, our Player of the Week last week, because he's in the second match, and we didn't see him on stream just yet.
No, I mean, it's going to be an exciting game. 4th versus 9th. Both players know each other very well. Obviously, I think most of the players in this tournament know each other to a fairly good degree. But looking at LXB, he's joint second for the least goals scored in the least goals conceded in the tournament so far. I know that's obviously a stat that I'm going to quite a lot, but it's so important this FIFA to have a really solid defense. And once you have that solid defense, you can then look to go forward. You can then look to make those creative opportunities. It all starts from the back. That is one thing I'd like to say about this FIFA.
Absolutely, yeah. So, Masters of the Day, another player that we haven't seen on stream just yet in week 1 and 2, Ivan Nilsson, up against Shadow. Looking very much forward to that one. But if we're going to look at the first match, it's El Mercado versus I Am Innocence. Do you have any expectations about these guys? Because both of them are middle of the pack kind of players. Do you expect either of them to be able to make a dent and maybe even go towards a top 4 spot in the rankings?
Yeah, I mean, if we're looking at this on paper, obviously they're neck and neck. It's 11th versus 12th. They should be very, very close. I Am Innocent though, outside of post Esports Masters, he's actually qualified for the pre-qualification for the FIFA E Club Series. So obviously a very good player. We might not have seen the best out of him so far today, or so far this tournament. So I'm really expecting I Am Innocent to come out today to perform on his top level. Also plays for White Lion GG. Quite a few of the players in this league do play for that club. But yeah, I Am Innocent. I feel like it's probably going to go his way today. But like we've already said, they are neck and neck in the table. It really can be anybody's game.
Yeah, absolutely. If I look at the table right now, it's El Mercado in 10th spot. I Am Innocence in 13. I Am Innocence, one of the French players, by the way, Guillain Jordan. Last year, he ended up in place number 9 in our rankings. But I think we've spoken about this before. Is it going to be harder this year because of the amount of talent that entered the competition?
Yeah, definitely. There's so many top tier players in this tournament. We've got players that are qualifying for the E Champions League. We've got players that are playing for their top national club, their national teams. It's always going to be tough for some of these players in the mid pack. Trying to provide these upsets against the top players. But I know I've already said it 3 times, but you've just got to try and solidify that defense. You've got to try and stop these players from making those opportunities, getting those crosses in the boxes, getting down those wings. I really do. I'd love to see a big upset. I'd love to see some of these players start to build a comeback towards the finals, but it's going to be very hard. Looking at Shadow, looking at Ivan Nilsson, Louis Lux as well, LXB FIFA, they're just such top tier players. They're talked about a lot outside of this tournament. It would be incredible to see if they could perform that, make that comeback happen. But it's definitely going to be tough.
Yeah, absolutely. I just heard that the game is about to go underway. So first game of the day is El Mocado versus I Am Innocent. After that, we have Saro09X, Alex B, FIFA playing each other. Vladil versus Lab Sailor. And then in the end, Masters of the Day, Ivan Nilsson versus Shadow. So a little bit of a caster production before we get the in-game footage. There we go. A little bit of a prediction from you. Who is going to take most points from this matchup? Or is it going to be a draw?
Well, I said it already. I'm going to go with Innocent. I think he's a top-tier player. He's young. He doesn't concede too many goals. But, we'll have to see. For me, I'm going to go with Innocent in the first leg. I think that it will be a tight, maybe a draw in the second.
Nice. I will go with El Mocado, player of Rift. And let's see how they fare. Right now, however, I have to say, I think that I Am Innocent on the right side of the pitch with the yellow kits that usually where he plays. The kits that he uses with his FUT team, however, we've yet to find out, get a confirmation on that. El Mocado, haven't seen him on stream, by the way, as well. So I think it's good that everybody gets their chance to have the limelight at some point or another during this competition to get to play on stream. El Mocado, a Portuguese roots, but of course a Luxembourgish player. Dani Martins, 23 years old. Right now looking at I Am Innocent on the ball. Very much controlling the pace of the game. However, Dani Martins takes over. El Mocado on the ball, trying to unleash one of his strikers on the left side of the pitch. Capdevila, that's actually the wingback, tries to whip one in. Can't get on the end of it. Van der Sar in between, but that's a good opening maneuver there for El Mocado.
Yeah, so it's a good start to the game. If I'm right in saying, I did see that El Micado's actually hosting the stream, so he'll be the one with the red indicator above his player's name. So it will actually be Mikado in the yellow kit, and I Am Innocent in the black. We are a few minutes into this game, 11. There might be the first chance of the game. Al Oran looks to feed it through to David Ginola, but can't quite find it. Good interception. And one thing that will be interesting to see for me today, or for both of us really, is those new fantasy FUT cards that have come out. Lots of heroes being put into the mix, lots of FUT fantasy heroes. We're seeing a Ginola, Cordoba. There's lots of high-rated players that you could potentially look to go for, and be very interesting to see if we see any of those today.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're definitely right, because I'm now looking through my statistics I have on El Mocado, and he also answered my question about the name of his FUT team. It's Joga Bonito, so obviously JOG, that is his team. So he's playing in the yellow kits. Oh, he's getting to see I Am Innocent with the ball over the top, almost on the end of it, not fast enough with Kylian Mbappe, as weird as that sounds. And El Mocado takes over. Dani Martins trying to feed it to his striker. A little bit of a foul there from I Am Innocent. However, El Mocado quickly takes that free kick. 20 minutes have been played. Score still 0-0. And of course, Mocado playing for Rift Sloths. Lives in Schieren. His best FUT score so far is 19-1. And this is his first big tournament that he plays in. Well, First big Luxembourgish tournament. There we go. Already a shot on target. Well, an attempt gets blocked, however, by I Am Innocent, who's going to try and unleash one of his own offensive maneuvers. Already loses the ball close to the halfway line. There we go. El Mocado almost on the end of things, but good defending by I Am Innocent. However, he can't really get out from under the pressure, it seems.
Yeah, he can't, but there might be a chance here now. Pele looks to feed the ball through to an offside Al Oran. Unfortunate. Pass just a little bit mistimed, but good defending so far from I Am Innocence, holding on. There's a lot of pressure coming out from Mikado down these wings, and that's something you can expect to see a lot more throughout the game. A little over-the-top ball, cut out by Trent Alexander-Arnold. And yeah, a good run down the wing. Pele could look to use him, but does get forced away. Once again, great defending from I Am Innocent.
Yeah, absolutely. I Am Innocent back against the wall. However, right now, El Mocado once again on the ball. I Am Innocent had an easy run through the upper bracket. El Mocado, a little bit of a different route, although in the end he didn't have to go to the lower bracket as well. Conceded 5 goals from Vladil. However, he outscored him in the qualification series. So in the end, he did qualify through that winner bracket through 2 wins. Right here, it's I Am Innocence in the box of his opponent. Tries to squeeze in a little bit of a cheeky shot. However, at the short corner, keeper at his post and also defender got a touch on it. So took all the speed off the ball. 34 minutes have been played. Score still 0-0. El Mocado has had more of the ball, I'd say. Biggest chances? Well, it's hard to say that either of them have had really big chances. I'd say it's 50-50 when it comes to that. El Mocado now. Left side pitch, tries to find El Huaran, tries to feed it in towards his strikers. Sergio Ramos steps in. Then on the other side, it's I Am Innocence. A French player under pressure. Does keep hold of the ball. Chip throughout his back line. Ashraf Hakimi unleashed. Moroccan international. Yaya Toure in the midfield. Combining with Ivan Perisic. And then, a bit of a mistimed pass there. Overhit. And I think we get to see El Mocado play again.
Yeah, we'll have to see what he can do, but it's been constant pressure from Mercado so far in this game. We'll have to see if he can get the reaping of the rewards. Hasn't yet found an opportunity on net, but we will have to see if he can get one as we do approach the halfway mark of this first leg. Game one. Innocent coming forward, though. He's really struggled to get out of his own half so far, but that's just due to Mercado being really, really good at this high-pressure football. As you can see now, though, Innocent getting a little bit more possession, looks to feed it through to the striker, but couldn't quite find it. Now a counter-attacking opportunity maybe for Mercado. Haven't seen too many counter-attacks from him so far because he's had the majority of possession. Mbappe, nice little step over, but Capdevia there to put it out into touch, and we reach the halfway line. That's 0-0. No goals yet in this game, but I do feel like they will start to come eventually. No real chances so far, but I think both players just testing the waters, trying to see if they can break each other down, trying to find a way into this game.
Yeah, absolutely. They'll have to because right now we didn't have much to cheer about. No goals so far in the first half. And if we have a look at recent results for both these guys, I'm looking at El Mocado right now. Managed to win one against Rainbow Six David. However, he lost the other match against Saro09. He lost both matches. He's not in the best shape of his life, so maybe it's a little bit weird for me to predict a win from him, especially with him losing against Alex B FIFA as well last week. So that already dropped him down to place number 10 in the rankings. But I still remember the first week when he managed to draw against Ivan Nilsson, one of the big favorites here. Managed to win the other game against Ivan Nilsson, win both games against QB. Lab Sailor got beaten comprehensively. So I remember week one, and I expect him to bring back some of that fire in week number 3. So expect him to do well. However, right now we're looking at I Am Innocence on the ball. Capdevila for him on the left side of the pitch. So just to be clear, like George said at the start of the match, El Mocado's team name is Joga Bonito. He's playing in the yellow kits from left to right now in the second half. And I Am Innocence is playing from right to left in the dark kits. Steps in here with a good defensive interception. And then it's going to try and break down that defensive line from El Mocado. Look at that. Kylian Mbappe on the right flank unleashed, but he has no options. He's got to maybe hold on to the ball until more players arrive. Capdevila taking a little bit of a risk. Doesn't take the ball away from Mbappe. Still, Ian Jordan, the French top player. I Am Innocence gets a throw-in out of this. Would have preferred a corner kick. Offside position for that pass, and then we're going to see El Mocado build his own offensive maneuver. Like I said, Luxembourgish citizen, but Portuguese roots, like a lot of these players, Ivan Nilsson as well. Ex-Fabinho. Here we go. Feeds the ball into his striker. There we go. 1-on-1 with the goalie. Oh, slapped wide by Alisson. Huge save there. But first big chance of the match is for La Joga Bonita, the beautiful game. El Mocado.
LA, nice little ball roll scoop turn, but straight into Hakimi. Yeah, it was a good opportunity. Nice ball through, but Alisson stayed strong, protected his near post. That is rule 1 of being a goalkeeper. Make sure you protect that front post and make sure no one gets in there, and he did that well. Ronaldinho plays it into the middle, but Sergio Ramos always going to be there to recover that one. Good defending once again from El Mocado. coming forward on the ball. We've got to see, surely we've got to see a goal in this game one. Surely it's coming sooner rather than later. Pele, can he play it in the middle? Aloran with a shot, but it's really well defended. A great block from Sergio Ramos again, out for a corner.
Corner indeed. Here we go. Almocado won the ball. Trying to feed his strikers, but it's so busy down there with all the dark jerseys. However, almost squeezes past. In the end, does lose the ball. Takeover by I Am Innocence. A player who is right now maybe at the 13th spot in the rankings. However, he has already had most of the top players in the recent weeks. He had some good results against them as well. So I can imagine that George expects him to put up a big win here. Or, well, put up a win at least. Get some points from this double encounter. At the very least, you'd expect him to get 3. However, might just be 4 as well. Maybe even a double win. Who knows? As he's building his attack right now, El Mercado trying to put I Am Innocence against the wall. That's a good maneuver there. Plays it in, almost feeds it to Pele. Does in the end get the ball with a little bit of luck. But this Brazilian striker doesn't get a shot off. Good defense by I Am Innocence again. Both patient players, not the best of matchups that we've seen. Seen a couple crazy games like Abdu Brown versus Shadow last week in the Masters of the Day. A 4-2 win for Shadow and then a 5-3 win as well. And we expected Shadow to do well, but to be so phenomenal this season, I think he's hungry to show that he's not the eternal runner-up. I think he's hungry to show that he can be a post esports champion as well.
Yeah, definitely. When you do so well in so many consecutive seasons, you must be a little bit disappointed not to pick up the full win, but we'll have to see how he gets on this season. But to focus on this game, we're seeing Mercado run into the box. Aloran, can he find the pass? It's Kylian Mbappe! And when he is wide open in the box, you know there's only one result that's going to happen, and that is the first goal of the game going the way of El Mercado. Well, we were expecting a goal to come eventually, and it finally does come late on in the game.
It's come quite late indeed. Only 15 minutes left to play in regular time. Maybe a little bit of injury time. I don't expect much because we didn't have huge injuries. We didn't have many substitutions just yet. So El Mercado takes the lead 1-0. If we look at recent results for I Am Innocence, we see him playing against the guys like Shadow, guys like Abdu Brown, ex Fabinho. Those were 3 of his last 4 matchups. So that's always going to be tough. But he did manage to win one of those games against ex Fabinho. Did manage to draw against Abdu Brown. Did manage to draw against Shadow. So, like we said, I Am Innocence maybe not right now in the left row in the rankings, but he's definitely looking to go up a few places soon. Here we go. I Am Innocence. Gonna have to fight back from a deficit. 1 goal down already. Reaches the back line. Feeds it. Oh, almost. Cross comes in low. Edwin van der Sar there to clear it up. El Mercado won the ball. About 10 minutes regular time left to be played. And let's hope that we're going to see some goals.
See if Innocent can make some sort of a comeback happen. It's going to be tough because he's going to have to throw bodies forward. And when you throw bodies forward, that means you are very... Well, it's going to be tough when you defend him, but Alisson does a great job there to dispossess Bukayo Saka. Aloran looking to start this counter-attack for I Am Innocent. Ronaldinho gives it to Ronaldo. It's looking good here for Innocent if he can find the right pass, but once again, just can't find that final opportunity, that final pass to get to the right player, dispossessed by Jude Bellingham. And that's what Mercado's been doing this whole game. Innocent's been trying to find that final pass to get it into the box, but always just that final tackle always coming through. Great defending throughout this game from Mercado. Looks like he might look for a second. Well defended, Innocent once again.
Close enough. He had a 4 versus 3 situation. Should have done better there. Maybe get the 2-0 and decide this game. Now, however, on the other end, as I Am Innocence already reaches the back line once again. Lays it off. That's a good... Oh, great opportunity. Should have gone in. Could have gone in. But Edwin van der Sar with a spectacular save. Corner kick taken already. Taken quickly with Trent Alexander-Arnold on the field. That is a proper quote. And there we go. El Huaran latches onto the loose ball, feeds it in. Shot crunched in the body of defenders. El Mercado with another chance to put this one to bed early. However, he's going to be under pressure here. I am innocent. Takes over. Sloppy pass. And that's probably it, because one more minute and we've got El Mercado on the ball. Oh, actually loses possession. One more chance here. I am innocent. Kylian Mbappe into the box. Good turn. Oh, steps over the defender. Doesn't get the penalty. Claims awarded. And there we go. Final whistle calls for a win from El Mercado. 1-0 in his first match against I am innocent. And right now, looking to take at the very least 3 points from this double encounter, but we might even see more, because El Mercado, he looked quite solid, right? Most parts of the game.
Yeah, I think Mercado, I'd say that he was the better player out of the two of them in that game. Really solid defending. It's got to be said, Innocent did miss a few of the key passes that he was looking for. There were a few times where it was a little bit frustrating to see an overlap and run. Could have looked for the pass. Might have been intercepted, we don't know, but you never know unless you try. But yeah, for Innocent, just gotta try and find that final pass. Gotta get that end product off. Gotta try and get a shot off goal. We didn't see too many shots actually trouble Mercado's keeper, but we'll have to see in the second game, because I think we often see in this tournament players come out in the first game. They tend to play a little bit slower. Then that second game, they start going full electricity, starting to go from left to right as fast as possible, try and get as many attacks in. We'll have to see though. But, my prediction, I was wrong.
Well, you might still be right about the second game. Got another one coming up quickly enough. Joga Bonito from El Mercado, however, awards him a first win. And you said it, he was the better player, but only by a slight margin, right? It wasn't as clear as day and night, right?
No, of course. It was really, really tight. There were chances for both teams throughout the game. There were plenty of opportunities for Innocent, like I said, to play that final ball through, but sometimes just maybe a little bit unlucky with a few of the passes. But definitely for Mercado, just had a lot of really nice clean-cut opportunities on the counter-attack, had a lot of counter-attacking opportunities, and yeah, managed to take it. I think it was the 77th minute or something like that. Managed to find the goal to win the first game. So GG to Mercado, but Innocent, there's a lot still to be desired for Innocent in the second game.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see about the second game. Do you stick with your prediction for I Am Innocent? Do you think he's going to win the second game, or do you feel different about this one right now?
From what I've seen, I think Innocent has played it very well. Playing down the wings has definitely been his strong suit. Just need to find a way to get the ball into the middle a little bit cleaner. Try and clear up that play, getting it from the wing into the middle, finding your striker, finding Ronaldo is so important. I'm going to stick with my prediction. I do think Innocent is a very good player, but Mercado definitely making it difficult for him here.
Yeah, absolutely. So I predicted Mercado to get most points from this encounter. I'm going to go with a draw for this one. However, big first chance already. We've got the white kit being controlled by Team HA, which is I Am Innocent, Guy and Jordan. He's playing from left to right. He's playing from right to left with the blue kits. And then Joga Bonita with the white-black kits from left to right. So that is obviously El Mercado. Or Danny Martins, 23 years old. Perfect age to be an esports player. Let's see if he gets his big breakthrough in this, what is his first really huge esports tournament that he competes in. Pre-qualifier went very, very well for him. Right now, he's looking to make a dent in the defense of I Am Innocence once again. He managed to put one past him and keep a close line of defense in the last game. Let's see if he can do so again. There he goes with the first big opportunity, and he strikes within 10 minutes. That's a great goal with Pelé. This Brazilian forward strikes at minute number 10. And of course, I Am Innocence now with a big mountain to climb. He's not looking good in the rankings, but I already said it. He's had all the top players right now. He needs to take points against guys like El Mercado. He's trying to fight back already, but his first opportunity to create a chance goes amiss.
Yes, it's tough. It is difficult, when you're coming forward. Second attack of the game for Mercado, and Pelé just finds himself wide open, finds the back of the net. That's the thing. You just cannot allow these players so much room. Ronaldo, though, reverse elastico. Lucio defending well. Falls to Mbappe, is offside. Would have been a green time finish, but does not matter, was in an offside position. But once again, creating those opportunities, getting into the middle, but it's just that last final touch, that little skill move at the end. I feel like it is coming for Innocent. It definitely is, but got to be looking for that sooner rather than later. 1 goal down, the clock's ticking down. Game 2, can he make this happen? Can he make the comeback? Can he pick up the points?
Absolutely, yeah. Like I said, he already played against Ivan Nilsson, Louis Lux, Abdu Brown, Shadow, and Ax Fabinho. That's 5 of his first 6 matches. That's against all potential top 4 finishers. That's absolutely insane. That's probably the big 5 favorites. Maybe Alex B. FIFA. You should put him in there to create a top 6, maybe of potential top 4 finishers. Maybe even the Red, Luis Kefas, who is also near the top 5 and also was auto qualified on the back of his 5th place finish last season. And of course, Cicinho, who has left the field of competitive FIFA right now. However, we're seeing some interesting maneuvers, although that's a little bit of a mistake. Gives the ball away. In the end, does take over quickly enough again. Of course, I'm talking about El Mocado here, who's trying to build up another attack, trying to go for 2-0. However, is he going to invite I Am Innocence to unleash one of his counters? We're about to find out.
Well, Mercado's won the ball back and is looking for a counter of his own. Nice and slow, being patient with the ball. That is going to be a foul. Didn't really see if he got the ball or not, but the referee's made the call. It's a good position for the free kick here. 28 metres out. Goes for the short free kick. He has read it. Innocent does well. Wins the ball back. Just needs to, from what I've seen, just needs to slow things down a little bit here, Innocent. He's going very, very aggressive. You know, those kind of passes, a little bit rushed. You know, could slow things down, turn back, look to get it to your midfield. But, you know, maybe this is the way that Innocent likes to play, but not working currently. Needs to come up with a solution to Mercado's pressing and Mercado's drop back defending. We'll have to see as he's looking to go on an attack now, being a little bit more patient with the ball. Alvaran coming down the wing. Perisic waiting in the middle. Ronaldo waiting in the middle. Finds Perisic. Can he find the pass? It is going to find Mbappe, but it reaches the defender. Good block. Well defended once again by Mercado.
Absolutely, yeah. Shot deflected wide and kept alive by El Mercado, who's trying to build once again. Always going for the offensive maneuver, even if he's a goal up. Of course, we're still in the first half. So that's something for I Am Innocence to remember as well, to not be too aggressive and too impatient, because I don't feel like this is the game he likes to play, but I feel like he's doing it pressed by time. I think having already lost the first match makes him a little more agitated, so to speak, a little more on edge. Here he goes with Perisic, feeds it into Mbappe, I think. No, it's Ronaldo. However, he's on the right flank with Ronaldinho right now, tries to skip past. Not good enough. El Huaran gets the ball, where El Mercado does give the ball back to I Am Innocence. However, 3 versus 4 situation. It's taken off the ball. El Mercado trying to build again. I think we're seeing a bit of a back and forth game here. All the time from left to right in midfield. Not many huge chances. However, the one big one that counted was for El Mercado. At the start of the match, within 10 minutes, he managed to strike. Still looking at that 1-0 scoreline with 5 minutes left to play. And I'm counting injury time here. I Am Innocence on the ball on the right side flank, sorry. Ronaldinho gives it up to Yaya Toure. Perisic, big chance. Good strike. Van der Sar with a hand to it again. That's the second time that he saved El Mercado here. In a big chance situation for I Am Innocence, I gotta be honest.
Well, what do you do there? There's not really much you can do. You've created the perfect opportunity. You found one of the players with the best finishing on your team, and Van der Sar just comes out and makes another world-class save. There's not really much more you can say about that. Going in at the half-time break, Mercado with a 1-goal advantage. Innocent still yet to score here in this series. Still yet to score, but as you can see, a couple of chances each. Possession is going the way of Mercado, but we'll have to see because he's had the chances. He's been building up the play. He's been doing well with the ball.
Yeah.
But can't find that final pass. Just rushing it, running into defenders a little bit. A few of the skill moves have been straight into the defenders. Maybe you could say a tad unfortunate, but I'd like to see Innocent just slow it down, be a bit more patient. I know you've only got 45 minutes left on the clock, so you are a little bit more pressed for time, but you do need to slow things down a little bit. Try and hold a little bit more of the possession. If you don't have the ball, you can't score. It's as simple as that.
Exactly, yeah. And we've seen it in his statistics, right? Expected goals, exactly 1 for I Am Innocent. However, he's got nil. Probably on the back of that huge save by Elmo van der Sar. Must be very, very frustrating for him. However, let's see if he can channel that frustration. If he can stay calm. Look at that. Elmo Cado creating a big chance from the get-go. Already pounces, and there we go. Once again, the first 5 minutes of the game are crucial for him. Well, first 5 minutes of the half, I should say. First goal he scored was on 9 minutes something, just before the 10-minute mark. Now he scores within 5 minutes in the second half, within 3 in fact. And we're going to see I Am Innocence building from a 0-2 deficit. Wow.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful goal from Mercado with Aloran. Chance now for Innocent, though, to potentially get his first goal of the series. Finds Ronaldo, finds the back of the net, and that is going to be 2-1. Now there is a chance for Innocent to get back in this tie. Has nullified that early second half goal from Mercado. Just to talk about that Mercado goal a little bit, it was beautiful the way he came into the box without Ororan with the pace, the step over. Could be another chance. Well defended by Lucio, and this game's starting to get interesting now, getting a little bit more fast pace, a little bit more manic. You've got to say that both players moving the ball a lot faster, a lot more gaps are opening up in the game. Chance for Ronaldo at the near post, but Van der Sar with another key save.
Wow, absolutely. You almost say that second goal of El Mercado has sparked I Am Innocent back to life. You'd think he'd play even more nervous, but suddenly he's looking lively. He's creating even more chances than he did before. Even though he had his chances in the first half, certainly did. Not the big ones, except for the one just before the break, which Van der Sar slapped wide. And then, of course, already creating 2 decent chances here in the second half. And we're only 10 to 15 minutes underway. Perisic right now. Shot from distance, maybe? No. Jude Bellingham steps in between. Bellingham, of course, the man who you can see in every Bundesliga statistic in the top 5. Interceptions is one of them. And sliding tackles as well to win back the ball. However, also there with the chances created in the top 5. Even Perisic, interesting to put him in midfield. Not a bad choice, I suppose. Also good passing, good vision. Look at that. I Am Innocent reaches the back line. Can he create another big opportunity here? He needs to be 100% certain that it's going to go in, and that is exactly what's going to happen. I was going to say, with Edwin van der Sar as an opponent in the goal, you're going to need to create that 100% chance, that perfect chance, and he does exactly that. Plays it into the box, feeds it to his strikers, but keeps trying to find that perfect gap, and then finally puts it into the corner.
And it's that player that we were talking about, Perisic. We didn't know, well, we didn't expect to see him in the midfield, but it's a lovely card, that World Cup team of the tournament card. Really, really nice, and actually manages to come up and score the goal. Now, is there a chance for him to take the lead? Capdevila, such a great card, so quick. Pretty much the best left back, pound for pound, really, in any of the hero cards for sure. Obviously, if you go to the icons, it's a different story. But Aloran, good balance, manages to win the ball back. Oh, the referee's called it back for the free kick. Ronaldo was strong goal. Oof, that was one of those moments where you just wish the referee had given the play on.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Gonna see that free kick for I Am Innocent. Might very well have another chance though, even though it got taken away from him to create the first. Oh, look at that! It goes straight for goal from there. Didn't expect it to happen. However, Van der Sar equal to it right now. He's looking to get more than just a point from this double matchup. Of course, he's looking for the win, and he's looking good enough to take it as well. Although he needs to be aware of these situations, these counters. Look at that ball roll. Tries to go for the gap. Sees a pocket of space. El Mercado finally loses the ball, and then I Am Innocent gets the build once again. Only reaches the halfway line as Ronaldinho gives up possession. Jude Bellingham on the ball once again. The pivot in midfield. Doesn't reach his strikers. Perisic takes over. Alhoran. Good combination. Links up with Ronaldo. Trying to find Ronaldinho, but he got a little bit blocked by one of the defenders. Screened, I'd say. Kylian Mbappe 1-on-1. Oh, good save. Van der Sar again. Huge for El Mercado. However, I Am Innocent looking like the better of the two players, definitely in the second half. Looking to take 3 points, and I'd say he probably deserves them the way he's looking right now. Look at that, not a big opportunity. Then the final pass goes begging, but it looked very, very, very dangerous. And I think with 10 minutes left to play, I Am Innocence might just take this one.
Yeah, we'll have to see. He's definitely been playing the better football, the better FIFA so far in game number 2. And we'll have to see if he can reap the rewards. Mbappe gives it to Al-Oran. Ronaldo looking to make a run in behind. Good overlap and run there from Capdevia, but now the left back is out of position, and Trent Alexander-Arnold can run at the defence. Got high pace on this Centurion Trent card. As it's off to Pele, this could very well be the opportunity that Ricardo was looking for, but no can do this time. Al-Oran manages to win the ball back, very resilient under pressure there. Ronaldinho under pressure from that midfield once again. Perisic, the goal scorer of the second goal. Capdevia dispossessed by Trent Alexander-Arnold, and Ricardo's going to want to come forward now, but needs to be very wary of the counter-attack from Innocent, because that is what has been his downfall so far in this game.
Absolutely, yeah. Look at him go. He's got Ginola on the ball, almost on the ball, I should say. Capdevia takes over. Ronaldinho, oh, man in an offside position, needs to link up with his midfielders. Yaya Toure, Perisic, big man so far. Capdevia feeds it into Al-Hwar, and are we going to see another goal? Oh, he tries. He definitely tries, and he deserves it, but doesn't get it so far, I Am Innocent. And El Mocado expected him to take most points of this encounter, but right now, I'm doubting whether it will happen. It might just be that draw. It might just be both getting a win. Although, however, I Am Innocence needs to be perfect right now, because we're already going into injury time. And then he loses the ball. Sergio Ramos takes over. Gets fouled, but it doesn't matter anymore. Ref calls the final whistle, and we're going to see a draw in this second matchup. So finally, a win, you could say, for Mocado, getting a win and a draw. 4 points from this double encounter. I Am Innocence, he must not feel too great about this, only getting that 1 point for all his efforts.
Well, I mean, you got to look at it this way. He was 2 goals down. It's a big task to come back from 2 goals down, especially when, your opponent scored once in the first half. As soon as you get into the second half, it's demoralizing. It really is. We've all been there in that situation in FIFA, but managed to hold his morals, hold his mental in a really high state, manages to come back, score 2 goals, looks for the third, but can't quite do it. But to be honest, considering he was 2 goals down, I think he's got to be happy with taking the point home. Going to be disappointed he lost the first game, don't get me wrong. But for me, Mocado was definitely the better player in game 1. Game 2, though, I feel like Innocent probably did deserve it, but 2-2 is the result. I feel like it's fair.
Yeah, fair enough. You'd have to say, I think you already said the keyword mental state for I Am Innocence, but how can you explain that there's such a huge difference in him from game number 1 to the second half of game number 2? How is it that he came out so strong in this last half after seeing him not really have much of a chance against El Mocado?
Well, it's difficult, isn't it? Because we all look at our own games in FIFA and we say, well, I played so well in this game, but I then played the same player and I didn't do so well in that game. You've just got to look at it from this perspective. He was 2 goals down. He started throwing a lot more players forward, which does really play into Innocent's play style. He likes to play aggressive. He likes to play fast paced. He was finding the interceptions because he was on, I think he was on pressure after possession loss. Might have even been constant pressure. So he was really he was playing into his positives. He was playing into his game plan, and that was why he managed to score the goals. But you just can't play like that in a normal game throughout the whole 90 minutes. Your player's stamina will be really low, but that is literally it. He was playing into his game plan in the second half of game 2, and he managed to score a couple of goals because of it.
Absolutely true. Yeah. So El Mocado is the big winner of this double matchup. Takes 4 points. Of course, there's something to be won for our viewers as well. We'll have the marble game coming up during our break once again to win some of those PSN cards we've got going out tonight. 3 of them at the very least. So stay tuned. We're going to have a little bit of a break. Get some water and rehydrate because we'll be right back.
De nos jours, outre les smartphones, portables, télévisions et consoles de jeux, toujours plus de périphériques domotiques sont conçus pour une utilisation sans fil. Une situation parfaite pour le Wi-Fi 6. En effet, La nouvelle norme Wi-Fi, connue également sous le nom de Wi-Fi AX, permet de bénéficier d'une performance maximale et ce, pour de nombreux appareils connectés simultanément. Les nouveaux procédés assurent une meilleure efficacité, une plus grande vitesse du Wi-Fi et augmentent également la portée. Pour vous, cela signifie que vous pouvez profiter d'un streaming sans interruption, d'un son cristallin pour la musique et que vous pouvez surfer et jouer en ligne à une vitesse ultra rapide, tout ça en même temps. Mais ce n'est pas tout. Comme le Wi-Fi préserve la batterie de vos périphériques mobiles, vous pouvez faire durer le plaisir encore plus longtemps grâce à une
I've just been so lonely, 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 lonely. I've been so damn lonely. These niggas acting phony, 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 phony. Acting so damn phony. Just get out my way. Swerving through lanes, I be drifting away. And I can't complain, swear that I be okay. We are not the same, no, I'm never gonna change. I just keep going, no, I've been so broken. These niggas done changed, yet they knocking my flows in. All smiles, can't tell that my heart just been frozen. Stay low, low, low key, now don't cause no commotion. That's just for promotion, raw is my emotion. These songs that I'm composing, stay fire, that's cause I'm chosen. And I don't do the boasting, but all she do is post them. She like me cause I'm open, and I ain't off the potion. But I might be crispy like a white tee, meditated like Tai Chi, keep a check like Nike. Can't find a nigga that's like me, but I see fuck niggas that's high key. Plotting on me most likely, can't fuck with me cause I'm icy. I've been so lonely, 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 lonely. I've been so damn lonely. These niggas acting phony, 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 phony. Acting so damn phony. Just get out my way. Swerving through lanes, I be drifting away. And I can't complain, swear that I be okay. We are not the same, no, I'm never gonna change. I'm leaning on the fixture, and I've been off the liquor. Sipping on that Remy with the Henny with a mixture. They follow me like scripture, and I've been getting quicker. Been had the upper hand, I hand to hand it like and we never gon' fall. All my brothers on call. We forever gon' ball. No, it's nothing at all. I've just been so lonely, 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 lonely. I've been so damn lonely. These niggas acting phony, 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 phony. Acting so damn phony. Just get out my way. Swerving through lanes, I be drifting away. And I can't complain, swear that I be okay. We are not the same, no, I'm never gonna change.
I got so much drinking me, wonder if you missing me. These days I can't fucking sleep, cause damn I'm out here living dreams. If I send this text of mine, shawty, is you down to slide? Don't say not tonight, cause you be busy, tell another lie. I done seen this thousands of times, I retype like thousands of lines. We done did this thousands of times, so I ain't tryna choose another time. Shawty, tell me now if you be really tryna slide. Tired of this shit, yeah, finna flood my wrist, yeah. I'm writing all these hits, but I wonder what I'm missing. I can never call you my little baby, no. When I drop, I wonder if you say my songs. Cause every time we fucking, we done came and went. But I'm the type to kill for my baby, yeah. I don't care about no fucking Rollie or Mercedes, yeah. Need somebody that really ride or dies with me, yeah. But I don't get in my feelings, I get in my bag. Shawty, if you dumb me, no, we can't go running back. They ain't the first bitch to do the run around. I might debut first, I did how to sound. I got so much drinking me, wonder if you missing me. These days I can't fucking sleep, cause damn I'm out here living dreams. If I send this text of mine, shawty, is you down to slide? Don't say not tonight, cause you be busy, tell another lie. I done seen this thousands of times, I retype like thousands of lines. We done did this thousands of times, so I ain't tryna choose another time. Shawty, tell me now if you be really tryna slide. Said I'm tired of all the acting and the bullshit. Girl, hit me back or I'll be back with a new bitch. You know they trash, but you recycling the same dick. Girl, how you stay shameless, bringing up they fucking names, bitch. I can't put my pride to the side this time. Before I blow up, I'm just trying to make you mine. But if you wanna pay me for my tickets, that's fine. All you gotta do is not reply. I can't wear no heart up on my sleeve, cause it's summer, baby. Only rock basic white tees, try and break a milli. I got women lined up on the silly to get faded with me. They get just as freaky in the sheets, try and get naked for me, yeah. I got so much drinking me, wonder if you missing me. These days I can't fucking sleep, cause damn I'm out here living dreams. If I send this text of mine, shawty, is you down to slide? Don't say not tonight, cause you be busy, tell another lie. I done seen this thousands of times, I retype like thousands of lines. We done did this thousands of times, so I ain't tryna choose another time. Shawty, tell me now if you be really tryna slide.
Surreal.
Feeling like I'm on a battlefield, I've been now on. First you tell me that you finished, then you said you wanted more. Every day is something different with you, tell me what you want. It's hard for me to reason when you barely wanna talk, cause I've been on the low and I've been hurting every day. No matter what the story is, I never get it straight. I keep on going back to you, but shit just ain't the same. I think it might be better if we went and parted ways. All discussions turn to arguments, you ain't the one I started with. Ain't no no conversations without thinking that I'm bothering. I just hate the feeling, girl, I'm sorry, but I'm blocking it. Caught up in your cycle when I really want no part of it. Like I've been abandoned, you've been losing all my trust. Plus you'd always take advantage, so I knew it wasn't love. Playing on my
Here we go again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Post Esports Masters Season 4. We've got the second game of FIFA coming up in the third play week. Saro09X versus Alex B FIFA. And this is the man that I was hoping to see. Already said it on stream last week. I want to see Ivan Nilsson play on stream. And I want to see Alex B FIFA play on stream. And our friendly friends at Post Esports Masters have obviously indulged us. And I think you're going to enjoy this as viewers as well, because we already know what some of these players can do. But Alex B FIFA, he has the name, he has the fame, but he has yet to show it on the Post Esports Master stream. So let's bring in George Overton. George, what do you expect from this double matchup?
It's going to be a good one, that is for sure. Definitely going to be a big match. Alex B, one of the top players in the entire tournament. We've spoken about him already. He's one of the top 4 players. We've kind of put him in that category. And it's going to be a tough match for Saro, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Alex B FIFA right now, 3rd in the rankings. Got them printed out right here. 12 matches played, 28 points. And that puts him, if he wins his next 2 matches, puts him 1 point from Shadow at the top of the table. Puts him right 1 point behind Ivan Nilsson as well. And those are the only 2 players above him right now. Let's see further down in the rankings. We're going to see Saro somewhere around, place number 11. 12 matches played, 16 points. So he's doing reasonably well. He's not that far back from a place near the top 4. Just a matter of points, just a matter of winning a double encounter, winning both matches, and you're very close. So Saro, does he have a chance here against Alex B FIFA, even though he's a bit of a smaller name, so to speak?
I think everybody has a chance in this tournament beating anybody. I think that's one thing that you've got to take your hats off to Post Esports Masters for, is they've put together a very tight table. All the players are very good, very high level players. So we'll have to see. But for me, Alex B, he's got that. I don't even know. He's just got that thing that FIFA players have where you really do struggle to beat them. You don't know what it is. You don't know how they defend so well, but they just manage to do it. And LXB is definitely one of those players. He's one of those ones that I'm definitely gonna be hedging my bets in, kind of thing, to see him go on to win the whole thing. Obviously, Shadow is probably up there for that as well. We've spoken about him a lot. But LXB FIFA, for me, it's got to be his win. He is the favourite. Saro is the underdog. Saro needs to come up with something big here if he wants to pick up the win.
Absolutely, yeah. Both these players weren't here last year. I do think that we've seen Alex B FIFA on Post Esports Masters before, though. I think he was 4th in the end in Season 1, so 3 seasons ago. I'll check my statistics later, but right now I'm gonna have a little look at their recent results. Saro has played against Ex Fabinho already. In fact, managed to draw one of those 2 games against him, so took a point. Played against Lab Zayler, where he took 4 points from the double encounter. Played against Abdul Brown, although he didn't manage to win either of those games or draw. The Red 28 already had another big player in the Red, and he managed to take 4 points from that encounter. El Mocado was there, managed to beat him twice. So big stuff from Saro in that encounter. Ivan Nilsson, there was a draw, although the other match got lost. Louis Lux, another top player that he's already had, didn't manage to win either of those meetings. And then in the end, it's Mamelmu, the last person that he played, managed to win one of the 2 games, lost the other. So basically, you could say he's already had a few top players, although there are a few still lying in wait for him. When you look at the rankings, do you expect Saro to go up much or to go down from the position that he's in? He's right now at number 13 in the rankings.
Well, if you look at his prior results against top players, they would definitely indicate that he can perform against them. He can get the draws in. Sure, he does lose a few of them, which is to be expected going against these players. But coming on stream today, which is obviously a completely different kettle of fish. You know, you look at it, you're playing on stream, you've got commentators commentating on your game, you've got an audience watching you. You know, you've got obviously the whole production behind it. So it's a big thing. It definitely plays into nerves and things like that. We'll have to see if that affects Saro, but obviously we've said already he is he's an experienced player. So is LXB. So for me, Saro is going to have a difficult time here, but I think that Saro definitely has the skill set to move up that table, but needs to try to be beaten needs to beat some of the lower ranking players. Definitely, you've got to be picking up those wins, and then if you can pick a draw or two up against the top players, then that's always a bit of a W.
Yeah, absolutely. So our guys behind the screens, they love predictions. I'm going to say that LXB FIFA takes at least 4 points from this double encounter, I suppose, although I need to correct myself in saying that Sarah was in the 13th place in the rankings. He is right now in number 11. Place number 11. Look at that. Van der Sar in goal once again. Van Dijk in the back line. Kyle Walker as well. And I think that Sarah is going to be the man streaming here. Let's see if that's right. If he's the man controlling the blue kit. No, he's actually controlling the... he's actually controlling that blue kit with the little yellow stripes on it. So playing from left to right, it's Saro. And of course, LXB in the red kits from right to left. Right now, Saro on the ball. Oh, chips it in. There. Oh, almost gets on the end of it. Just past the post. Far end of the goal. Keeper needed to stretch himself fully and then couldn't get a hand on it. However, LXB breathes a sigh of relaxation because he sees the ball go wide. First big chance is there for Saro. However, LXB on the ball right now. And as you said it, many people expect this man to place top 4. Maybe even do better.
Well, looking at his team, we just got a little look at LXB's team. It is absolutely nuts. He has the new Foot Fantasy David Ginola, which I'm not exactly sure how much he's selling for, but I think it's somewhere in the range of 15 million coins, something like that, 10 to 15 million coins. So an absolutely wild card, and we'll have to see how he gets on for LXB because, you know, you just look at the team. He's got the team of the tournament, Kunku, I think it is, from the World Cup. He's got Yaya Toure, he's got Ginola, Ronaldo. It's just such a stacked lineup.
Yeah, absolutely crazy. Talking about wild cards, you packed a nice one as well this week, right?
Yeah, actually, as we see a chance, Ronaldo, green time finish. And there's the first goal of the game, and it's not going the way that we expected, but it will be going the way of Saro, who we've said, you know, he can play that upset, he can play that spoiler. We've seen it in his past games and his past fixtures against the top players. And he's actually drawn first blood against LXB, got the first goal, and it was a well-worked opportunity as well. Absolutely no luck to be seen there. Beautiful stuff.
Yeah, very true. And it's not his first chance either. It's the second big chance that he's created. He took one of the two, so done very well for himself there. Of course, the 20-year-old already said in the interviews he's very confident. I'm grinding more than ever is what he said. So I don't think we can really say that it's a big surprise that he steps up against these big names sometimes. Like I said, a result against Abdul Brown and Lewis Lux, that's nothing to be scoffed at. And right now, he's putting LXB with his back against the wall because already trying to create his third opportunity here, as he has a lot of possession of the ball, I gotta say. And he's finding these pockets of space right now into the box, feeds it into Kylian Mbappe one-on-one with the last defender, tries to squeeze past, doesn't quite get there. LXB takes over, but right now LXB looking at a 1-goal deficit. Can he unleash his striker here at the right time? Does feed it into Ronaldo. Needs to find the link-up play. Finds it in Jude Bellingham. Capdevila. No, Ginola lays it off. Smashes it in. Equalizer in the 22nd minute for LXB FIFA. And wow, we've got a game on our hands.
We do indeed. What a cross that was. Into Ronaldo waiting at the back post. Really patient stuff. Even went back into the midfield. Slowed things down a little bit. Found Ginola out wide. Double step over exit into the low-driven cross. And it's as simple as that. Lovely stuff from LXB. Exactly what you would expect from a high-level player. Just making full advantage of the space. And finding your fast striker at the back post, lovely stuff. But just to finish off the question that you asked me, I packed Prime Maldini tradable this afternoon in a
Nice.
small rare gold player pack from the SBC, the 88 rated SBC part for Harvey Elliott. So yeah, very happy with that.
Yeah, sick. But not gonna use it, right?
No, I sold him straight away.
Oh well, good coins. Let's see if we can get Saro creating something again. That's two players walking in the same lane, so to speak, walking into each other and allowing the ball to go out wide for a throw-in on Alex B's behalf. Half an hour played, 1-1 the scoreline right now. Alex B, 23 years old, Luxembourgish player, reps the club Swift Hesper, a football club in Luxembourg. And of course, he was fourth in the first season in 2020 for Post Esports Masters. Just double checked. I can see that I'm correct there. However, he's about to create another big chance. So let's focus on the game at hand right here. Alex B FIFA puts Saro with his back against the wall, although he's got many guys there defending his own penalty area and does very well to do so. Ronaldo feeds it out wide. The feel he's got on the flank. Ashraf Hakimi steps in for Alex B FIFA though. Ooh, sloppy pass, but Nkunku gets on the end of it anyway. On the back of some phenomenal speed, of course. We've seen a lot of speedy strikers get the nod. The base rate, the base cards of Kylian Mbappe and Erling Braut Haaland were very popular at the beginning. The 91 rated Mbappe and the 88 rated striker of Manchester City. Saro, however, about to create another big chance. He's really creating a lot against Alex B FIFA right here. And Alex B FIFA, one of the guys who was mentioned 2 or 3 times when we asked the players who was going to win this competition. Of course, one of them, I Am Innocent, the man we just saw play in the first match. Although they are good friends, and Alex B FIFA also said that I Am Innocent is going to win Post Esports Masters. But we've had 2 other players mention Alex B FIFA as a potential winner as well. So we all know what he can do. Very, very experienced, 23 years old. I think it's the right time for him to show us what he can do. Oh, but Saro is going to show what he can do. Oh, 1-on-1 with the goalie. I think it's offside. Yeah, there it is. Offside called. However, once more creating a fine opportunity for himself, even though not entirely following the rules there. Alex B FIFA is going to counter and maybe get 1 or 2 more opportunities before the break. Wow, shot on target from that distance.
Yeah, a bit bold that, going for the long shot. Van der Sar, well, he didn't switch off at all. Fairly routine save for the Dutch goalkeeper. But yeah, you know, you look at LXB, was a goal down, scored. You would expect him to now start to dictate the play, start to control the possession, have a large majority of that. But Saro is not laying down at all. He is absolutely going for a second. Can't find it. Well defended by LXB once again. And that'll be the halftime whistle being blown at 1-1. Great start to the game 1. Really nice opening. Saro getting himself a cheeky goal after a nice bit of build-up playing. As you can see there, the majority of pretty much everything is going the way of Saro so far. Possession, interceptions, shots on target, expected goals, you name it, he's got it.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's the way I've seen this match as well. Sometimes we see statistics and we're like, that's not something that I feel was happening on the pitch. But right now, I have to say, Saro had the better of the game among these 2 players. They're instantly on it with the second half of the game. No substitutions needed just yet, so we're going to see the exact same 11 on either side of the pitch. Christopher Nkunku on that right flank, combining with Yaya Toure and Ashraf Hakimi. Let's see if they can create something here for Swift LXB, the man who represents Swift Hesper, like I said. And there we go. LXB, maybe an opportunity. Reaches the line, almost lays it off, but defender steps in. Good defense by Saro. Saro trying to counter right now. A young, confident player, just 20 years old. Only recently became 20. Capdevila on the left flank. Reaches the penalty area. Trying to find a striker to feed it to. Maybe a high cross. No, goes for the combination play, excuse me. And then in the end feeds it to the keeper. So we're going to see Alex B maybe create something. But Saro is doing well, getting a lot of the ball again in the early stages of the second half. And I have to say, he's looking like a world beater right now.
Yeah, he's looking good. Definitely. Yaya Toure playing a big part of that, making a lot of interceptions in the midfield area. Oh, Walker looking to burst forward. Nice bit of pace. Ginola gives it to Bellingham onside, passes it in the middle to Mbappe. The extra pass, though, to Al Oran. Mbappe had a lot of space there. Might have just looked to turn, take the shot on, but went for that final pass, went for that guaranteed opportunity that we know the pro players love to go for. Didn't pay off this time, but once again, another well-created opportunity. Mbappe, I think he's offside. Will be.
Yeah.
But yeah, Saro, once again, he's creating opportunities, making chances, not controlling the game right now. LXB still getting his chances here and there, edging his way into game. But Saro, for the most part, he is holding most of the pressure in this game so far.
Yeah, absolutely. And you see that Alex B is a little bit impatient whenever he does get the ball on the half of his opponent, and he unleashes one of his strikers galloping into space, but it's too late with the pass, or maybe it was just timing the run not perfectly. However, I've seen Alex B play better in the past. Like I said, we haven't had him on stream for Post Esports Masters, but of course a very well-known Luxembourgish player, and I have to say he's not playing his best FIFA today. So maybe that's down to Sarah playing so well.
Yeah, I mean, it could be. It could be. It could be a little bit of frustration creeping in as well. Playing against a player a little bit further down in the standings. You know, he gets the first goal of the game. He's holding the ball away from you. You're probably thinking, just give me the ball back. Just let me have the ball. I want to create some opportunities. Ronaldo, Captivate comes in. Good tackle, Ronaldo. Using that balance, that strength. Does well, but does get dispossessed in the end. Maybe a chance now for LXB. Create an opportunity of his own. Messi down this right-hand side. Manages to beat Ben Davies. No other options, though, for him. Patiently finds Mbappe. Cross an opportunity. Patience once again coming in from LXB. Wins himself a corner.
Yeah, and this is starting to look like the LXB that I know. Combining very well. Only takes a corner kick from it, but then again gets another chance to maybe unleash something right here at the edge of the penalty area. There's a lot of bodies that he needs to skip past. There's a lot of defenders there. Control is there for Saro. He has that formation set in stone. He has that strong five-man back line. 3 midfielders there as well, and 2 strikers who always stay up top. Let's see if he can combine here with Kyle Walker onto Ginola. Loses the ball. LXB FIFA has possession once again. 70th minute is about to start as we see LXB FIFA with a throw in on the left-hand side. Instantly takes it, like I said, a bit impatient play from him right now. Oh, almost unleashes a shot. Once again, insanely good defending by Sarah. I have to say, he hasn't allowed for much to happen.
Yeah, it's a great tackle from, I think it was Virgil van Dijk or Sergio Ramos, one of them. Both got very similar hairstyles, so it's quite difficult to tell. Ronaldo makes a run through. Bellingham on Bellingham action. Can't quite find the pass. Slows things down once again. Mbappe, good run through. It's going to be a clean chance. One-on-one with the goalkeeper. Can he find it? Ball rolls, but mistimes it. Van der Sar gets a hand. And once again, somehow, Saro not taking the lead. LXB defending for his life here.
Yeah, absolutely. Both these guys, of course, needing to have qualified into this competition right now. Looking at that 1-1 scoreline with 15 minutes left to go. Saro takes over possession on his own half at the right-hand side. Oh, sloppy pass. Maybe a chance for LXB when finally not all defenders are in behind. However, Saro with an insanely good sliding tackle just at the edge of the penalty area. Straight on the ball. Does leave a bit on the man as well, but that doesn't really matter as it's clearly not a foul. Not a penalty-worthy foul at the very least. Unleashes Kylian Mbappe on the left-hand side. Edge of the box. Lays it off. Maybe should have gone for a shot there with Mbappe. However, he's looking for that 100% opportunity, not the 70%. Look at that. El Huaran feeds it into Ronaldo. Can't reach his fellow. Oh, there we go. Strike finally on target. Edwin van der Sar pushes it wide. We're going to see a corner kick in favor of Sarah, but that's looking very, very promising.
Yeah, great opportunity, but once again, really well played from LXB to move its goalkeeper into a better position. Manages to get a save once again. Ginola, Saro's trying to break LXB down here. So many players back in defence. You can see the pause has come out for LXB. Obviously wants to make some changes before the full-time whistle comes in. But the wise thing to do now for Saro, well, it happens as soon as I was going to say. The wise thing for him to do would be keep it in play, try and stall that pause for as long as possible, stop LXB from making any changes, from changing up the game plan. But as we get into the dying embers of this match, there is still a chance for somebody to take the win.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd say that Saro has looked a little more solid from these two, but I think I can live with a draw if it ends that way, certainly.
Yeah, I would 100% agree.
Yeah, let's see if Alex B FIFA feels the same way about that, because obviously, like you said, he is in the third place in the rankings playing against number 11. He's expecting to take at least 4 points from this double encounter in order to not put himself under pressure for the second encounter. He's going to have to, well, score one at least, because after a 1-1 draw, I don't think he'll be going into the second affair very confident, especially after the match we've just seen. It's not even a stolen draw. It's definitely at the very least deserved for Saro and I.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Sorry.
No worries, no worries. Let's see if Saro can get anything from this possession here. He's on the half of his opponent. However, formation of Alex B FIFA is perfectly in position to deal with it. 4 defenders there, 4 midfielders as well, helping out. 2 players still up top, and Messi is hoping to combine with them. Kylian Mbappe, teammates at PSG, feeding it into Ronaldo. Bellingham, runner on the left flank, can't get it there, but Messi is hoping to unleash Kylian Mbappe. Ronaldo, here we go. Looking at something from Alex B here. Hakimi Mbappe, shot and a goal. There it is. A potential winner here because we've only got injury time left. And I think Alex B finally takes it. And I said it, he's going to have to relieve some of that pressure on himself by scoring. Otherwise, he's going to go into the second game with not much of a good feeling. However, he does prevent that from happening because this is an absolutely phenomenal goal. Played it very, very well.
Yeah, so difficult. The defenders started dragging across because of the overlap, and we saw Sergio Ramos and Virgil van Dijk coming across, tries to make the tackle, but Ronaldo already has all that room, already has the space to get the shot off. Now is the question, is there time for one last opportunity? Mbappe on the ball, Kimpembe though, defending really well, puts it out into touch, and LXB, well, I feel like that's the heist of the century, as well and truly taken that one right from under Saro's nose.
Yeah, absolutely. He looked at the deficit early on in the game. He was 1-0 down. And obviously, like we both said it multiple times during this match, Saro had a lot of possession, had obviously some clear-cut chances to put himself 2-0 up. Had more big chances, I'd say, and could have deserved a win. Definitely deserved a draw. In the end, it's going to be a win for Alex B. And that's probably one of the reasons that he's so high in the rankings. It's that he always stays calm until the final second of play. He always relaxes. He always works for his opportunities and keeps his head up. And I think that's of course the mental status that we've talked about before. You have to be mentally prepared and fit for a match and never let yourself get the feeling that there's nothing to be taken from a match.
100%. It's the resilience as well. You know, you'd expect this from a player that represents his country on the top stage. LXB, you know, he's played for Luxembourg in the FIFA23 national series this year. You know, such a high skill level. You know, the top players in the world all playing in that tournament and still managing to pick up wins there. You know, showing his resilience, showing his experience here in post Esports Masters, picking up the win, even though he didn't look his greatest in that game. Don't get me wrong, he defended well, but still, given multiple chances away to Saro, didn't hold much of the possession at all. You know, it's got to be said, LXB not on his best game there, but the best teams, when they don't look at their greatest, they still manage to pick up wins.
Yeah, absolutely. The true mark of a champion is what's usually said in the world of sports. It counts for esports as well. Talking about that mental game, as good as this must feel for LXB, this must feel like an absolute blow of a hammer for Saro, obviously. How do you feel like he should go into that second game, obviously with his head held high and looking to get at least a few points from this? However, do you feel that he'll be able to bring what he brought in game number 1, or could we see a full mirror image?
Well, we are about to find out. It was, you know, I feel like Saro just needs to come into this game and realise how well he played against one of the best players in the world in that first game. Can't afford to go 1-0 down early on, does well, defends there. But yeah, I think he needs to come into this one with the same mindset he did in the first match. You know, you're coming up against a very, very good player. If you can pick up any points, then obviously we'll be really happy. Try and get yourself an early goal. Try and put pressure under LXB. But LXB, off the back of that win, that is going to be tough. He's going to be feeling good here.
Yeah, absolutely. LXB qualified with 2 big wins through the upper bracket of the qualifier. He won 14 against 4 against Micros 57, and then he managed to beat Lab Sailor, who is in this competition, through the lower bracket with 8-4. However, Saro, he had a bit tougher route. He managed to win 11 versus 2 against Loop in the Head, but then lost against Pharaon 10-1. Then he had to run through most of the lower bracket. Obviously did make it in the end, with a big 6-0 wins against Pija. And of course a 6-3 win against Enes Tunisian as well, as we're about to see maybe the first chance of the second matchup. LXB FIFA on the back line, lays it off and then finishes with Ginola. Good strike. LXB goes 1-0 up. And I already asked you for a reason that after that first game where LXB didn't show his best FIFA, but he did get the 3 points, are we going to see a mirror image? It is kind of what I expected. Maybe it was a little bit leading the witness, but I can't expect Saro to be able to perform so well in the first match and get nothing from it, to be able to bring the same in the second match. So I expect a little more balanced game. Ooh, although we've seen a big chance already for Saro again. He still believes in this, definitely.
Yeah, he's got to believe in himself. He created great opportunities in game 1. Maybe should have taken a few more than he actually scored, only scoring the 1 goal in the end. But coming into this second game, offside there, coming into the second game, just needs to believe in himself. You know, he's going to get chances. He's going to create opportunities. That's the same with LXB. LXB's going to create these chances. He's going to keep getting these great opportunities because that's how good he is. He's such a great player. We'll have to see, though, because at the end of the day, Saro did manage to push him to the very late stages. Very well played to keep that one in there. Fakes the, I'm not too sure, fake El Tornado. I think that one was the skill move there. Well played to get down to the byline, gets it to Ginola, to Bellingham, back to Mbappe, to Ronaldo! And that Saro has found a goal. He's brought it back to level pegging. He did go a goal down this time. He wasn't the first one to score in this game. He went a goal down, managed to bring it back to 1-1. I believe in Saro here. I feel like he can do this.
Yeah, absolutely. He's definitely shown it in the first match, and now he's coming back from a deficit now that he's got enough time, obviously, because the last match he got the goal against him in the 90th minute. So obviously there's just that 1 minute of injury time. LXB trying to carve out an opportunity here. But Saro, good combination, creating a second big chance of the first half and scoring it around the 20-minute mark, scoring the equalizer. So maybe we are going to see a mirror match here. Maybe we are going to see LXB come out the better player of the two. And maybe we're going to see Saro taking the points. However, oh, that's an offside, definitely, for Kylian Mbappe. But I was going to say LXB isn't looking better than Saro. I have to say these people still look equal to each other. They're both creating chances, both doing very well on the offensive side of the map. Both defending reasonably well as well. Because otherwise we would have seen way more goals. Although sometimes they need their keeper to save them, dig them out of a ditch.
I think everybody needs that every so often, their keeper to pull off a worldy save. We've seen it a few times already today. Chance here for LXB. Yeah. Mbappe looks to feed it through to that Foot Fantasy Ginola, which was a loan card, by the way. I would like to say it's a loan Foot Fantasy Ginola, so not worth the 15 million coins that I was saying, but still obviously going to play like the 15 million coins that he is worth.
Yeah, absolutely. There he's going to get another chance. No offside given. And then we're going to see Saro on the ball once again. 1-1 the scoreline. 32 minutes have been played. And we're about to see Saro unleash one of those another wave of attack, as he does so very often, even against LXB. Offside it seemed, although Vanessar needs to stretch and get the save. No, there it is. Offside called indeed. LXB FIFA about to build. And I like the way this match looks, because the first match was also quite balanced, where we saw Al Mercado play I Am Innocence. But we saw a lot less opportunities and a lot less of these chances. LXB finds his man on the right flank, Kylian Mbappé, in the two-striker system, and then finds the back of the net. Side netting, no chance for the keeper whatsoever. And Sarah, once again, looking at the deficit, you have to feel for this young man because he's playing so phenomenally well. He hasn't got any points from the first matchup, and now he's looking at the deficit again, although he might very well equalize here. Ginola fed into the box. Too late with the strike. Van der Sar holds him off, although Sarro keeps it alive. Loose ball collected. Jude Bellingham with a chance. Finally loses possession to another Jude Bellingham, the one in the right red kit. Excuse me. LXB now trying to find one of his strikers. A little bit of a foul there, it seemed, but Sarro gets to play on. And this match has very much come alive 5 minutes from halftime.
Yeah, the doors have been blown wide off this one. There is chance after chance going for each player. Ginola, interception from Bellingham once again. And Bellingham's been a pivotal part for both teams in this game, to be honest. Virgil van Dijk coming forward, makes a tackle, and it's a 3-on-2 now. Ginola, he's got the pace, he's got everything. Can he find the shot? Can he find the opportunity? Lovely ball roll. Virgil van Dijk puts it in the back of his net, but he will not care at all. LXB FIFA, he's got a 2-goal lead now, and, well, this is the most goals we've seen scored today in a game, and 3 of them going the way of LXB. Is he going to feel comfortable now, or is there still an opportunity for Sarro to come back? It's only about to come in at the half-time whistle, so there is still time.
Yeah, absolutely. I certainly hope that there is still a chance for Sarro in the second half. Definitely for our viewers, but definitely for Sarro as well. He deserves to get something here, maybe just draw. Even if it's that, he will get a point for the rankings. Looking at recent results, by the way, for LXB FIFA, he's already had a few top players as well. Lewis Lux, Shadow, and Fladil in there, and he's had obviously some good results. Otherwise, you're not third in the rankings. From this first half, do you expect LXB to just go above and beyond and just get a 5-1, 6-1 win, or do you feel like it might still be close?
It's going to be tough now for Sarro because you can see that LXB is feeling himself a little bit. He's feeling good. The problem Sarro's having is he's got to throw more players forward now if he wants to get back into this match. But that's obviously going to leave a lot of overlaps. We saw it there. We saw just 2 players back in defence for Sarro. So you can see LXB taking great advantage of that now. What a pass! That's going to be a red card.
Yeah, definitely. Oh my. Well, George, would you have done the same in that situation, or would you maybe see if he could get the 1-on-1 with a great goalie in behind?
I'd have gone for it. I'd have just been like, I'm mad. That is just such a great pass. I'm not letting you score that. That would have, it would have felt a bit personal.
Yeah, it was a great pass. Yeah, it was one of those situations that you mentioned where you're going to see a lot of space left out back to be exploited, and he exploited it very, very well here. He's going to get that chance from a free kick situation in a promising position. I assume that Ronaldo would be the one to take it. Let's see if he does. Puts it straight through Edwin van der Sar. I thought it was straight at the goalie that I was going to say, but even though it wasn't totally in the corner, Van der Sar couldn't get a hand to it. That's how hard he struck that ball. That's a perfect free kick right there.
Absolute bullet. No goalkeeper saving that one. I mean, it wasn't even down the middle. I think it was fairly down to that right-hand side. But either way, it's going to get tough for Sarro now. He's a player down. He's 3 goals down. Could be a chance, though. Good over-the-top ball for Captivir to run onto. Finds Mbappe to Ronaldo. Red time finish. And safely into the hands of Edwin van der Sar. 53 minutes. Yeah, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be very difficult for Sarro now.
Especially with just 10 men on the pitch. Just 9 outfield players. Let's see if he can hold on to this and maybe not let the score run away in favor of LXB. LXB has demanded a pulse. He's going to try and switch his formations maybe. I don't know if he's going to try and get more goals. With the standings, of course, having a goal difference play a certain part in proceedings at the end of the season. Sarro defending well here, by the way, with just the 4 guys out back. Just the 1 guy up front. Let's see if he can get anything going for himself. Obviously, he's going to need 3 big goals He does have a lot of time. That's the one positive that you could say for him. But right now, a one-man disadvantage and 3 goals down. It's going to be tough. Alex B, look at that. Feeds it into Ronaldo. Oh, strikes again. No mercy whatsoever. There we go. Top corner once again. 5-1. That's the scoreline that I mentioned. 5-6-1. Is it what we're going to see? And once again, I had a feeling that was what's going to be the case, because definitely once you have played one game, played it phenomenally well, and have lost it, and then you're looking at a 3-1 score for your opponent at halftime, I feel like there's always going to be that little voice at the back of your head saying, this one's done. This one's over. And no matter how much you tell yourself that you're going to claw back in it, it's going to be so tough.
It is. These passes are just absolutely ripping up the defence of Saro, though. I don't know what type of pass it is, because my players don't pass like this. There are dummy passes coming through, I'm fairly certain, because they're missing players. They're kind of stepping over the ball and letting it run to the next player. I don't know what it is that LXB is doing. I've played a lot of FIFA, but I have absolutely no idea how he's making some of these passes work. Coming down the left-hand side once again, looking for a 6th goal. Alorant to Weghorst, to Mbappe, to Weghorst. And it is simple as that. LXB is on an absolute mad run right now. 6 goals here in the 66th minute. There's still time for more. Oh, for Saro, you've just got to try your best to not let it affect your mental game. It is just a tough game.
Absolutely, yeah. Unleashed an absolute lightning bolt there. Got slapped wide. He does get that corner kick. Takes it instantly. Tries to whip in across. Doesn't get on the end of it. Alphonso Davies now overlapping run there down that right-hand channel. Right-hand side. Weghorst coming in from the bench. Decent pass, although you wouldn't expect Weghorst to put it exactly where it's needed to be. Although he's a great striker. Scored a lot of goals for AZ in the Eredivisie. A lot of them for Wolfsburg as well. However, needs to find his shooting boots at Manchester, though Ten Hag deploys him in a very different role there. Just to put pressure in, sometimes even in midfield. Like against Barcelona. To put pressure on Frenkie de Jong. Achraf Hakimi steps in. Good interception. Jude Bellingham once again. One of those phenomenal players that we've talked about time and time again. There was even... Oh, look at that, Alex B. Great skill move. Skips past 2 guys, Kylian Mbappe, to finish. And it's 7-1 in favor of Alex B FIFA. And right now he's putting all our expectations on the field, on the digital field. Because this is what we know that he can do. But this is even a bit more than that, I suppose.
Yeah, it is. I mean, the red card obviously doesn't help for Saro. Do I think that if there wasn't a red card, that it would be closer than this? I do, but to what degree, I'm not too sure. It's been a very tough game for Saro. LXB has been on top form. He's creating opportunity after opportunity. Could that be down to the overlaps that he's finding because he's a man down? Potentially, but you know, that's a question mark that we'll have to answer another day. Ronaldo, it's a chance. Oh, it's an own goal. Kyle Walker, wrong place at the wrong time. It is 8-1 now. Oh dear, that's a tough one to take.
Yeah, dearie me, that's not the type of goal that you want to see. And obviously, Saro did still try and find his strikers, even though he had the man down. So that probably played into LXB getting so much goals. And then these unlucky situations as well. You have to feel for Saro right here. He deserved at least a point from this double encounter, but he's obviously not going to get any, because the first one was a 2-1 win by LXB, and this one is an absolute hammering. But like you said, that red card did play a huge part. At that moment, it was 3-1 in favor of LXB, and you wouldn't have expected Saro to have a huge chance to come back, but with 10 against 10, it would have been... oh, look at that. LXB just piling on the pressure, just keeping up his scoring antics. And like I said, the goal difference might play a part at the end of the season, and that's probably the reason that LXB is still going for it full throttle. He has no remorse and no feelings whatsoever for Saro, not trying to spare his feelings. definitely going for as much goals as possible. 9-1 the scoreline now. Could we see one for Cerro, however? Alphonso Davies, one-on-one with the goalie. Is he going to lay it off? Oh, good move there. Tries to find the link up with Ronaldo. Doesn't get it there. And in the end, we're going to see a 9-1 scoreline. Oh, George, you have to feel for Cerro, certainly.
Yeah, I mean, what can you really say? I think we've said everything we can say to make Cerro feel a little bit better about himself in that match. It's tough. You know, you're a man down.
Yeah.
Your opponents. I'll say it for what it is. He's stat padding at that point. He's trying to get as many goals as possible to get it into the goal difference. It's tough. No one likes to say that, but when you're a man down, what can you really do? What can you really do? There's just overlap after overlap. It's so tough to defend against the top players at a man disadvantage. But I think that one probably went how we expected it. Not really so much in the second game. We didn't expect it to be that much of a goal difference. But in the first game, it was definitely a lot closer. And I feel like maybe if he wasn't a man down, it would have been a little bit closer. But either way,
Definitely,
GG to LXB.
Yeah, big GG to LXB. I'm looking at his statistics right now. He had 38 goals scored, 20 against, so a plus minus of 18. It's going to go up, way up, of course, and the feel for Cerro. Obviously, that red card plays a huge part. However, it's deserved 6 points, I feel, for LXB, although I would have given at least 1 point to Cerro on the back of especially his first match. First match looked very solid from him, deserved a draw there. However, didn't get it in the end. Let's see what the viewers can get today. Let's see if you want to play the marble game. Hit !play in the chat, and then you're going to be competing for one of those PSN cards that were given away. After the break, we'll be back with Vladil versus Lab Sailor, so don't go anywhere. We're going to be getting a drink for the next 10 minutes, and we'll be right back with you.
Securities, I think I ain't enough. Looking deep into the mirror, counting every single flaw. Now you got me doing things, saying things that I never do. Used to say I love you, now I'm never getting next to you. Take me 30 seconds if I wanna find a better you. Don't know why I deal with it, forget the shit I said to you. The main day I'm in, you got me falling down. I'm clearly distressed, but you won't make a sound. You choose all your efforts, you're up then you're down. This love is...
Outre les smartphones, portables, télévisions et consoles de jeux, toujours plus de périphériques domotiques sont conçus pour une utilisation sans fil. Une situation parfaite pour le Wi-Fi 6. En effet, la nouvelle norme Wi-Fi, connue également sous le nom de Wi-Fi AX, permet de bénéficier d'une performance maximale, et ce, pour de nombreux appareils connectés simultanément. Les nouveaux procédés assurent une meilleure efficacité, une plus grande vitesse du Wi-Fi et augmentent également la portée. Pour vous, cela signifie que vous pouvez profiter d'un streaming sans interruption, d'un son cristallin pour la musique et que vous pouvez surfer et jouer en ligne à une vitesse ultra rapide, tout ça en même temps. Mais ce n'est pas tout. Comme le Wi-Fi préserve la batterie de vos périphériques mobiles, vous pouvez faire durer le plaisir encore plus longtemps grâce à une meilleure gestion de l'énergie. Avec la Fritzbox 7530AX, profitez du meilleur Wi-Fi à la maison.
Wait, is that a phone? Look at the performance, the graphics. That thing's a gaming machine. A new challenger. Is that Faker? That man's a gaming legend. Everyone, fasten your seatbelts. And here we go!
Normal, it's killing me now. Feeling like I'm on a battlefield. I've been now on. First you tell me that you finished, then you said you wanted more. Every day is something different with you. Tell me what you want. It's hard for me to reason when you barely want to talk. Cause I've been on the low and I've been hurting every day. No matter what the story is, I never get it straight. I keep on going back to you, but shit just ain't the same. I think it might be better if we went and parted ways. Yeah, I've been thinking about the pain and I can't go back. We ain't never been the same since we left off last. You were running through my veins, had a heart attack. Trying to keep me in your range, wait, fall back. Cause I'm sick of it. Devil and the demon on your shoulder when you listening. Wishing I was special, but you never treat me different. Talking about a future, but I wonder what you picturing. All you do is run me in a circle, ain't forgiving it. Think I lost my time, then I lost my mind. You're the reason why I toss around but you won't make a sound. You choose all your efforts, you're up then you're down. This love isn't normal, it's killing me now. Feeling like I'm on a battlefield, I've been at war. First you tell me that you finished, then you said you wanted more. Every day is something different with you, tell me what you want. It's hard for me to reason when you barely wanna talk. Cause I've been on the low and I've been hurting every day. No matter what the story is, I never get it straight. I keep on going back to you, but shit just ain't the same. I think it might be better if we went and parted ways.
Sheesh. It started a season. I need my check, man, he always gon' remind. I had to bust out some racks for the one time. Think I'm flexing, I only do sometimes. I need to be gas on my wrist like it's lunch time. I had to bust out some racks. Show me they fake so I can't get attached. I'm a Carolina boy, now we up on the map. But it's her, she a fan, I won't get off my lap. No, I'm the kid, it's just hop on the spaz on the track. Never lying, they know that's a fact. I had to bust out some racks. A girl on my line, but I never be here in the back. Bust on the road, but I got back on track. They be switching, I'm knowing the cap. I got back up so no I won't scrap. Can put us on safety, we pop like a strap. By the blow it, they hate it. By the chill, cause these girls overrated. They say that I'm flowing, they put me on playlists. I be rocking off white like I'm racist. I do what I want with my life with the matrix. Be too deep in my thoughts, I be jaded. Forget your opinion, don't need to be graded. I play in that word, they didn't see, but I waited. Gotta hop in the store and go make a song. By the blow, so they know we can make a bond. She be looking so bad without makeup on. By the hell, his wife call me Genghis Khan. Need my check, man, he always gon' run it. Brody capping this rap, he ain't done it. I can miss you, I'm chasing this money. You work for a goal and they start acting funny. Whenever change, I'm always with my dogs. Yeah, we can hang it for vibe is enough. I be rhyming all the time, taking off. RPX, I be dripping like Voss. Yeah, we be chill till these people get lost. She a baddie from Apex, she liking my style. I'ma need me a show to go light in the crowd. We be turning up lately, so what's going down? I need my check, man, he always gon' remind. I had to bust out some raps for the one time. Think I'm flexing, I only do sometimes. I need to be gas on my wrist like it's lunchtime. I had to bust out some racks. Show me they fake so I can't get attached. I'm a Carolina boy, now we up on the map. But it's her, she a fan, I won't get off my lap. No, I'm the kid, it's just hop on the spaz on the track. Never lying, they know that's a fact. I had to bust out some racks. A girl on my line, but I never be here in the back. Bust on the road, but I got back on track. They be switching, I'm knowing the cap. I got back up so no I won't scrap. Can put us on safety, we pop like a strap.
So many thoughts I can't fit on the page. Fuck it, this shit, I'ma shit off the brain. She said she like how I put it together. I been ever so I step out like a plane. Yeah, we hit the block, get the cheddar. I keep the door and came up off a stain. I'm just tryna see more Hondas. Jump out the porch, get it anyway. Like that from my father, he went federal. They had him sitting, he ain't had no day for my body with toxins. Miss some medicine, that be the only thing he's in the pain. Say more money, more power, just kept on my mom. Cause that money be making a way. And life in the game, but I'm moving with caution. I work hard and go pick up deposits and go make a play and no pausing. Gotta make sure everything fall in play like some pollen. She looked me in my face and told me she all in. I fucked this up, bitch, she can't walk out of crawling. Like somebody passed me the ball and I'm ballin'. She subbed me again, think her memory jogging. Yeah, watch out, Slim Flockin' when DK gon' run up the rest while these niggas be jogging.
I need my check, man, he always gon' remind. I had to bust out some raps for the one time. Think I'm flexing, I only do sometimes. I need to be gas on my wrist like it's lunchtime. I had to bust out some racks. Show me they fake so I can't get attached. I'm a Carolina boy, now we up on the map. But it's her, she a fan, I won't get off my lap. No, I'm the kid, it's just hop on the spaz on the track. Never lying, they know that's a fact. I had to bust out some racks. A girl on my line, but I never be here in the back. Bust on the road, but I got back on track. They be switching, I'm knowing the cap. I got back up so no I won't scrap. Can put us on safety, we pop like a strap.
Pull up two door on my lover. Do what I want, I'ma do it forever. Yeah, I want it all, nothing less. I could do what he do, but I'm doing it better. Yeah, mix match the chrome with Margiela. I can say what I want, I don't fall for the drama. Nah. New girl, California. She be driving California. She want me like the vaccine. I made a check, didn't need no degree. I prove them all wrong who didn't believe. Do it myself, I don't need no team. No kid, no scholar. Hey, made me go farther. You can say what you want, but I'm still unbothered. Go down, get back up. Do it all myself, don't need no backup. Back then, I cannot believe I called you a friend. Hit me up now, get left on red. Learn to forget, but don't forget. Think about the future, the past is dead. Live my life with no regrets. Every day I go to sleep, wake up to a payday. See me going up, she yelling Mayday. I don't like you when I'm sober. Baby, it's all over. Wanna hop inside the road. Too fine, you belong in the spotlight. Go out every night is a highlight. Dark times right now, you a sunshine. I changed my life when I got rid of problems. I changed my life when I added a comma. Flying to Vegas to meet at a conference. I'll take a risk and I'm confident. I'll face my fear and I'll conquer it. Don't get impressed by a compliment. I'm more impressed from all my accomplishments. More than my diploma. They gon' get sick of me just like Corona. I don't give a fuck, that's my persona.
At the end of my rope, I'm screaming out, fuck it. I hate the drugs, but when I use, I love it. A painful love, the kind of pain when no one cares. Addiction, the whispers in my ears. Think you're better than this, regret to inform. It's your daily routine, bro, this joint is the norm. You say you're getting off, but we've been here before. Here, I'll pass you some cash, you should go get more. I'm an addict and I like it, like a superhero. I guess weed must be my sidekick. I cannot go back, so I've been prowling for a new fix, smoking different strains. Someone tell me where the booth is. Tell me why.
Congratulations to Hey Guys, it's James. He's the one that managed to win the second marble game. PSN card coming your way. Of course, we've had Scuff Stairs as the first winner earlier today, though we had a little bit of a glitch there with Wydowski. Let's see how that pans out. Wydowski, if you did glitch out, be sure to let us know. Send us a message. You'll find us on our Post Esports Masters socials on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook as well. Keep an eye on our website as well. Right now, registrations are open for Clash Royale. Rocket League registrations opening up next month. However, we're focusing on FIFA right now with George Overton with me to do commentary on the games. And the third game that we're about to play in Play Week number 3 is Vladil versus Lapsailor. Well, the third game on stream, I have to say. George, Vladil versus Lapsailor. What do you expect of these guys?
Well, it's a battle at the mid to bottom half of the table. I think it's 11th, is it, versus 15th. So it's a big matchup for these two players. Both obviously looking to try and create some form, trying to get up into the top half of the table, trying to qualify for the finals and all that good stuff. But it's going to be a tough game, 100%. It's going to be a tough game. Obviously, both players fighting. We know how close this tournament is between the rankings of all these players. So for me, both of these players know each other very well, obviously playing for the same club. So they obviously know a lot about each other. The question is, do they each know how to counter each other?
Yeah, that's going to be the question. Of course, Lapsailor is a Belgian player, 22 years old. Labian Ademi lives in Eupen, born in Tirana. And he's going to go up against Vladil, the man that I haven't seen him play on stream yet, I think. Or have we? Let's see. He's 17 years old anyway. It's Dylan, and he represents Rely on Esports, as you mentioned, the same team as Lapsailor. And he was playing 1 or 2 weeks before qualification. He was still playing on PS4. Now, George, you as a FIFA player, PS4 and PS5, that's a huge difference, right?
Yeah, I mean, the difference between next gen and current gen, it's two completely different games on two completely different game engines. Next gen plays, it's a little bit slower, a lot closer, so you can make more room for skill moves and stuff like that. Current gen, it's a lot more hectic. You know, the ball bounces around a lot. That's why we play on next gen in these kind of tournaments, because it feels a lot more realistic. But it is a big difference. So if there is a player jumping across from old gen to current gen in the last, say, 3 or 4 months, we are going to see a very big difference between those two players. So that'll be interesting, 100%.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to have a look at the rankings as they are right now. And let's see where we find Labseller. He's at place number 11. Vladil right now at the 15th place, but I expect him to rise a bit in the ranks. Labseller already in that mid-section where I expected him to be. What are your expectations for this game if you had to put a score to these both games coming up?
Honestly, for me, looking at everything from goals conceded to goals created, wins, losses, draws, I've personally just got to go with Labzella. He looks like a very high quality player. Obviously, you're seeing here the teams: Mbappe, Vieira, Ronaldo. Oh, it's another Ginola. You love to see it. Well, you hate to play against it. I'm going to go with Labzella on this one in game 1. I'm going to go with a 3-1 win.
All right. Interesting. Labzela 3-1 win for this first match. I got to give it to Labzela as well for this first match. Maybe just the 2-1 or the 2-0. I expect a cagey affair. These players checking each other out. And then maybe unleashing the fury in the second half. Vladil on the right side of the pitch, playing to the left in the white kits. In the yellow kits, we've got Labzela, who's the man controlling, of course, the team right now on the ball, trying to play it towards the right. However, Vladil takes over. He's the man streaming, playing with the red cursor. And here he's about to create his first chance. Maybe feeds it into Ginola. Combination. Quickly trying to find his strikers again. He's about to unleash his shot. Timed not perfectly. This one was timed perfectly, but blocked perfectly as well. You have to say, by Labzeller. Let's see if he can clear away this corner kick as well.
He's got the time finishing above his head. That's obviously it's not cheating, but it's you're not allowed it in foot champs, so nobody really uses it too much. But if he can use it to a good degree here, we'll have to see how he gets on. Going to be using the second man run, looking to send Ronaldo through, gets it to Ginola. Mbappe back to Ginola again. Ronaldo, a good run from Mbappe, can't find the pass. Well defended by Labzella once again. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Hopefully it's not some crazy pronunciation. I know how some of the names can be sometimes.
Yeah, well, he's a Belgian lad, and his first name is Labian. Last name Ademi, so I'm not sure about Zeller. Let's just pronounce it Zeller like we did a few times. Let's see him on the ball here, by the way. Finally entering the penalty area. Big chance. Shot at the short corner. Good save by the goalie for Vladil. And let's see if Vladil can hold this one off as well. Backline reached. Fed into his striker. Another good shot. Good save again. Another corner kick. And right now it's Labzeller creating the big chances so far. Third shot crunched in body of defenders. Another corner kick. Wow. He's putting under pressure. Corner taken quickly. Labzeller still on the ball, dominating possession, dominating the chances by now as well. Vladil takes over. Finally gets out from under all that pressure, 3 versus 4 situation, waiting for his midfielders to link up. Actually goes for it when he spots the gap opening up in defense. Does reach his striker. Does keep the possession on the half of his opponent. Doesn't get to the byline. And in the end, take over by Zeller. You can't really reach the other side of the pitch just yet. Vladil takes over once again. Let's see if he can create something here, George.
Yeah, he's using that second man run quite a lot, looking to take control of the second man to get the guaranteed pass. It does obviously let the opponent know exactly where you're going. Chance for Ronaldo, finds a space. Can he find the chance here? Turn, shoot, screen time, finish. There is the goal, the first goal of the game, going the way of Vladil. It is a winter wildcard. St. Maximin, we haven't seen that too much, but we are seeing a ball over the top, fast played kickoff. Chance for Labzella, equalises straight off the bat. From one end to the other we come. And, well, he was not expecting that kickoff. And we said a lot about, their teammates. Are they going to know how to play against each other? Definitely wasn't expecting that one.
Absolutely, yeah. especially after those first big chances for Zeller, where he saw them saved by the goalie. This chance, I feel like, wasn't as big because Ronaldo still had that defender to deal with who was right in there with him in a 50-50 scuffle, I suppose. And then the keeper was there as well, but somehow he shot that right past the goalie. I guess that has a little bit to do with it being R9 as well, that 96 rated card. Never gonna miss with him if you get a free chance. This time the defender was there, but didn't put enough on him to hold him off. And in the end, we're gonna see that 1-1 scoreline. Half an hour played. Zeller on the ball, creating most chances so far, but has only managed to get one past Vladil, who does get a goal kick here. Starting to build something for himself. Got that lead early on, although it didn't take long for Zeller to get it back. However, Vladil right here with Ginola. Big chance, a big goal as well. 33 minutes on the board right now. Looking at the scoreline in favor of Vladil once again. Can we see another kick of goal by Zeller?
He's not going to go for it this time, though. Not going to go for that big, long, over-the-top ball. Maybe thinks that Vladil will be able to read it. But Vladil wins the ball back very well early from the kickoff. Ronaldo does have pace, manages to burst past the defenders. Can he find the pass? Goes for the shot, maybe trying to throw the opposition off, but well defended from Labzella. And you can see here, Vladil got so many players back in defence. He's got the CDMs and the full back line all back in defence, and somehow still managing to win the press, managing to win the ball high up the field. Ronaldo tussling with, I think that's Salabia.
Vladil was the man to say he has no patience and he rushes a lot. Right now it's doing him favors. Already scored 2 big goals in the first half. When I said I wasn't expecting much until the second half, obviously these guys proved me wrong. Both of them coming up big. Zeller, especially in the department of creating chances, has had 4 chances, 2 huge ones, 2 half chances as well. Converted one of the half chances. Although Vladil saw his keeper come up big to keep him in this. In fact, to keep him on track of winning the game. 2-1 ahead right now, just before halftime. However, Labzella on the ball might create an equalizer here just before the break. Tries to reach one of his strikers. Tries to skip past the defender. Won't happen. Vladil defending perfectly. And he can create one more opportunity if he's quick about it. Vladil one-on-one with the goalie. Is he going to score? No, straight at the keeper. That was a big chance as well. Great through ball from him. Could have made it 3-1, George.
Yeah, could have made it 3-1. Could have got that daylight, that break in play. But great heroics from the goalkeeper once again as we come in at the half-time whistle. 2-1. Very close in terms of possession. Not so much in terms of shot, though. I think Vladil has very much been on the front foot. We didn't expect to see that. The goal coming out from Labzella, it was an over-the-top ball. It was straight from kickoff. Other than that, we've seen a few chances from him, but not as many as we expected, I don't think, Rene.
True, especially after those first 20 minutes when he had 3 chances, Zeller. After that, Vladil completely took over the game and dividing it in quarters, you'd say that the first quarter was Zeller's, the second quarter was totally Vladil's. So it's probably right that he's 2-1 ahead. However, I feel like there's something to be won here for Zeller. I don't think he's out of it just yet.
No, 100%. There's still plenty of time left in this one. A full second half yet to come, and we know how FIFA is. It can change in the matter of seconds. Chance for Benzema. Great save from Donnarumma. Didn't get the connection that the Frenchman probably would have wanted. Wanted a little bit more power. Tried to get it into that top corner, you could see. Tried to place it, but unfortunate. A good opportunity for Labzella, though, early on in this half.
Yeah, absolutely. One of those half chances that we've seen him create in the first half as well. That's a 100% chance, though, and he's going to make it count. Absolute lightning bolt. Karim Benzema on the end of things. And Vladil right now, once again, looking at that equal scoreline. Back to square one. Back to the drawing board. But trying to instantly recreate that kickoff goal that Labzella made in the first half. Although that was a lofted ball over the top. This one going over the floor of the pitch. However, Vladil finding no luck whatsoever. Labzella takes over the scoreline as well. Although it was an equalizer, of course. Doesn't take the lead just yet. Vladil once again in possession right now. Great through ball, 1-on-1 with the final defender. It's there, and the shot is there as well. Great save by the goalie once again. I have to say, Vladil creating most chances after those first 20 minutes of play, to be honest.
Yeah, it was a great opportunity. You would expect a little bit more from Ronaldo there with a green time finish. Could have maybe took an extra couple of touches. Goalkeeper didn't come out. But maybe a hint of goalkeeper movement as well from Labzella just to reposition him into a better place. Chance. Lorente whips it in. Ginola. Not the aerial prowess that you would expect. Ball given away. But once again, well defended by Capdevila, he's been showing today. Should be offside, Ronaldo. Goalkeeper comes out to clear it away anyway. Capdevila have been one of the staples of pretty much every team we've seen so far today, and he's really been just controlling the defence, making sure that nobody comes down that left-hand side.
Absolutely, yeah. Labzeller, once again, trying to go for it. Labiana Demi. Oh, unleashes another shot. Crunched by the defender. Gonna give another corner kick away, though. We've seen 3 corner kicks for Labzeller in the first half. Creating another one for himself here. Shot opportunity. Keeper on the floor, but the defender is there to save him. Doesn't need to stretch. However, Labzeller still has the ball. Danger not cleared away just yet. Vladil with a foul in an interesting position. Great opportunity here for Zeller to unleash a strike on goal. I think he's gonna go straight, right?
Well, Ronaldo stepping up to it. Mbappe fakes it. Ronaldo strikes it. All cleared off the line. Well defended by Vladil to read that one. And now might be a chance for a counter-attacking opportunity. Vladil might be thinking against it. Sends the long ball, however. Maximin well dispossessed by the defence of Labzella once again. Ronaldo twist and turn and trying to find somebody to help him, but no help was there to be seen. To Maximin once again. 5-star skills. I think it's 5-star weak foot on that winter wild card as well. But once again, just struggling to find many options going forward. He's leaving a lot of players back in defence, so maybe that's one of the big reasons why. But Vladil going to have to throw more bodies forward, I feel like, here if he wants to try and take the lead once again.
Absolutely, yeah. Vladil takes over possession with his defender, has a lot of ground to cover. Tries to feed it to his striker, sees that there's a lot of defenders there, goes for the out wide option, the one on the right flank. Here we go. Vladil, right hand side, whips in across. Can he get on the end of it? No, he can't. Take over by Zeller, who does not really get much chances so far in the second half, although he has created something. Vladil right now, however, creating the biggest chance, puts it on the goalie's gloves. Pushed wide once again. Another corner kick, this time in favor of Vladil. He's already conceded quite a few. George, right now looking at the 2-2 scoreline with half an hour left to be played. Well, in-game minutes, of course. Who do you expect to be the winner here?
Well, when Vladil comes forward, he looks good, but just lacking men coming forward. He's winning the ball back with some good pressure high up the field, so we could potentially see something through that. But definitely Labzella is looking more likely right now with some of the chances he's creating. But Vladil looking to come into the box. Ronaldo, ball roll. Benzema puts out into touch, so it will be another corner. Gone short once again. Ronaldo is the man there. Benzema just catches up to him really easily. Ginola, Benzema, Mbappe running through. Ball played over the top a little bit too early there. But yeah, right now for me, I feel like Labzella is probably the more likely, but this game has had, it's just been absolutely full of twists and tails that we didn't really expect. Mbappe, nice bit of skill, but Ben Davies stays strong.
Absolutely. Ronaldo now on the left-hand side for Labzella. Pushed off the ball by Jude Bellingham. One of those promising youngsters, still only 19 years old, but already had a few nominations in the Team of the Year, the FIFA Team of the Year in real life. Ronald Koeman, Dutch coach for the national team, he chose Messi, Modric and Jude Bellingham. Interesting picks. 2 of the absolute veterans of the game and this promising young Borussia Dortmund midfield player. While we're seeing Kevin De Bruyne on the ball. Vladil distributing possession. Trying to find Capdevila here on that left flank. Kimpembe in pursuit. However, Labzeller has a hard time defending, finally does get possession back, 5 minutes left to go. Either of these players could score a potential winner here, and they're both still going for it.
Yeah, they're
But
both sending bodies forward, aren't they?
yeah, first match between these two. Let's see who turns up to be victorious, or is it going to be a draw? 2-2. Certainly looking like it. However, Lapseller, if he has anything to say about it, he's going to create something. Does give Fladil possession once more. Can he hold on to it? Oh, great through ball. That wasn't offside. One-on-one with the goalie, but too far in front of him. Ronaldo leaving it to the goalkeeper. And then Lapseller, one more chance if he does this well.
We'll see. Ginola plays it in the middle towards Ronaldo, but well defended once again. Put into touch, and I've got to say, I think 2-2 is a fair result. Both players were throwing everything at it. You know, they obviously know each other well. I think we got a little bit of a cheeky look at the stats there. Were a little bit sided towards Labzella, but either way, I feel like just a fantastic game overall. Both players, they found a couple of goals each. You know, I feel like that's a fair result. I feel like they'll probably both be happy with that. But going into the second leg, I feel like they're going to be throwing more bodies forward. They're going to be more chances. It's going to be a little bit more aggressive, I would think.
Even more chances. We've seen quite a few on both sides. I guess they would both be happy with a draw. However, looking at that second match, do you think you think they're going to go aggressive and trying to go for a win? Maybe get 4 points from this double encounter? How likely is it that we're going to see the exact same happen again? Maybe a game where both get a lot of chances, both get a lot of good saves from the goalie, but in the end, another draw. Could that happen?
Well, that's the thing. When you know each other quite well and you know each other's play styles, you're able to counteract it fairly well. So, you know, they're always going to score goals because they are very high level players. But at the end of the day, if they both counter each other and counter each other's play styles and stuff like that, it's going to be difficult. But for me, I feel like it's going to be 2 points for each of them. I feel like we are going to see another draw, but you never know. There was a chance there towards the end of the game. It was that Ronaldo chance. It would have been the winner for Vladil, but just a little bit of a heavy touch. But we'll have to see because obviously these two players very very good, very clean football from both of them. I'm going to go with a draw.
Cool. Well, I'm going to go with a win for Labzeller then because I did predict him to get most points. So after a draw, it would be weird to say that he's going to draw again. I'm looking at recent results here. Fladil has done tremendously well, especially against Abdu Brown, winning 3-0 and drawing 2-2. He's already played against Ivan Nielsen, one of the other favorites as well, although he didn't get any points there. Then he went up against Ex Fabinho, another of the top players, so he hasn't had the luck of the draw, so to speak. Didn't manage to win against Ex Fabinho as well. He did grab points against the lower caliber players, to say that without disrespect. And then looking at the results for Lab Seller, he's done a bit more, although he's already played against guys like Shadow as well. Even managed to grab a win there, 5-3 in one of those games against Shadow. So he lost the other one 4-7. Lost against Pharaoh twice. So you'd expect him, if he gets points against these top dogs, you'd expect him to do better against the mid-table players, so to speak. Ex Fabinho completely annihilated him in one game, but then Lapseller went on to win the other game. So he is grabbing points against a lot of these top dogs in the rankings. How can we? I mean, he's winning against top lads, and then at mid-table guys, he's losing points. Can we find a reasonable conclusion about that?
Yeah, I mean,
explanation.
Well, I'll give you my best explanation for it. I feel like when you're playing against the top players, you know, you're the underdog. People don't really expect too much of you. The higher tier player might underestimate you quite a lot, which is always a big thing, especially in esports. It's not a disrespectful thing to do, but it's just something that the human mind goes to. You know, oh, I'm better than him on paper. I should be able to win. You get a little bit lackadaisical. Your mind slips a little bit. But coming up against somebody that's very even with you, your mind starts thinking, well, this is going to be a very tough match, but he's on the same level as me, so I should have a chance of winning. And then you're putting a lot more pressure on yourself, all that kind of stuff. But for me, when you're coming up against somebody that is a similar skill level to you, it's always you've got a lot more pressure on you than if you're playing somebody that's higher skill level. So for me, that's probably what it is. It's a matter of pressure.
Absolutely, yeah. So Fladel versus Labzeller. Second match, you're expecting another draw. I'm expecting a win from Labzeller. Players aren't ready to start just yet, it seems. Otherwise, they would have put it full screen. So let's have a look at the winner bracket of the qualification tournament. Where can we find these guys? Fladel, let's see. I think Fladil went straight through without reaching the lower bracket. Yeah, there he is. An 8-2 win against Rainbow Six David. And then he lost against Mokado, so he had to go through the lower bracket in the end. And let's see where Labzeller is. There we go. Labzeller managed to win 8-0 versus Pia, but then lost against Alex B FIFA 8-4. Lower bracket is right here. Labzeller managed to win 12-3 versus Alinho, who was here last season. One of the players to end up in the mid section of the table. And then he managed to win against DD Storm. So 2 big games in the lower bracket. Do you think it helps him having already played so much matches in the qualification tournament?
Yeah, it gives you the experience, doesn't it, of playing against top level players, and definitely keeps you a little bit warmer to how the competition will be playing. I'm sure most of these players play in other tournaments as well, so it's not like they're not warmed up, they're not used to it. There is a chance. Lorente, well defended, just runs straight into the defender there in that situation. But yeah, it's a matter of experience, and even if some players like to run through the lower bracket, some players like to go through that, that tough task of going all the way through, playing a few more games, because it gives you that little bit of extra experience, makes you a little bit warmer, makes you feel a little bit more on form. But it depends who it is. It depends who you're asking. Ginola, green time finish. Great save from Van der Sar once again to deny Vladel the first goal of the game.
Yeah, absolutely huge for Labzeller there. He does huge himself with the defender stepping in between. Does give away another corner kick. Vladel here on the end of things. Whips in across. Oh, just controls the ball with Ginola instead of a header. And tries to put a shot on target. He's going to get another chance. Oh, good heel to heel. But then in the end, it's Van der Sar collecting the ball for Labzeller. Araujo playing it out from the back, as he does so often at Barcelona. Vladel was almost out of the qualification tournament, had very close affairs in the lower bracket, 9-7 win against Lamzo, and a 3-2 win against Kim Sampaio. And then in the end, we're going to see him trying to hold off Labzeller here in this double encounter. Labzeller on the ball right now. 13 minutes have been played, 0-0 the score, but Zeller looking to create something. Close to the penalty area, good combination, good link up, first shot, oh, just wide, but only barely.
Yeah, he beat the keeper, but could not get it in the back of the net. Unfortunate there. Lorente not got the highest shooting stats. I'm fairly certain it's going to be the Foot Fantasy card. Unfortunately, couldn't quite finish it there. Ginola, as you can see there, debut player to watch. David Ginola, 91. What a ridiculous card. And we're only in March. And we're getting these insane cards. Don't you absolutely love to see it?
Yeah.
Mbappe beating Kyle Walker, whipping it into the box. Sergio Ramos under pressure, but plays it out from the back under pressure. Well played from Vladil. He looks to go down the other end. A little bit of a miss pass there. Ginola. Ronaldo waiting out wide for him. Gives it to Vieira. Got Benzema, the centre mid, went a wild card version there. Ginola few step overs, but can't quite find the room to get past Sergio Ramos. And lots of interceptions, lots of little niggles so far in this one, but nothing too certified so far. The chance from Lorente was great, but still, Absela looking to push forward. Ginola to Ronaldo. Can he beat the goalkeeper? He can. It's the first goal of the game. Going to the man that you predicted to win this one. Labzela goal, 1 goal up.
Yeah, great goal with R9. El Fenomeno. Straight through the middle, but so much speed on it. A bit of curve. So managed to get it past the goalkeeper. Great shot from obviously a short distance from goal. So you can't say it was an absolute miracle that he got it past the keeper from there. However, still a few defenders in between. Good strike from Labzella. Fledel on the other end, trying to create something. Ginola in between 2 defenders. That's just one too many. Labzeller takes over and has a bit of space to exploit as well. 28 minutes have been played. Labzeller now finally taking that lead. Let's not forget, both took a point already in the 2-2 draw in this first match. between these guys. And later today, we've got the Masters of the Day coming up as well. Even Nielsen versus Shadow. But right now, Lab Zeller looking to create more. He's already 1-0 up. Second shot on target. Great shot between the sticks. Pushed wide. Want to take in already. And he's looking to create more.
It was a green time finish from Ronaldo there. Unfortunate not to end up in the back of the net. Heroics once again from the goalkeeper. Ginola for Vladil coming forward. Capdevila looking to defend against Mbappe. Goes past him, but how long for? What is the end product here? To give it to Ronaldo. Somehow kept in play. Well defended there once again from Labzella, who just needs the defender's lead now. Good interception though from Ginola from Vladil. Can he make it count? No, intercepted once again by Benzema. It's lots of interceptions so far in this game. Both players fighting to try and get a foothold, but no one's got there quite yet. Labzella with the first goal, but I don't think that's going to win him the game. There's still going to be chances. Can he find the chance here? No. But Mbappe with a touch, a little bit too heavy.
Absolutely, yeah. I would agree with you. Both of them fighting for scraps. But Lab Zeller, if he wants to win this game, he's going to need to score at least a second, because Vladil will certainly, probably at some point during this match, strike. Oh, look at that. Lab Zeller. Mistimed skill move. And Vladil intercepts. Like we said, a lot of takeovers. Here we go. Can we see another turnover, or is this going to create a real chance for Vladil? Looking to play that cross ball towards that right flank. Can't really reach him with the run of the defender in the path. And then finally goes for the link-up play straight down the center. Here we go. Jude Bellingham putting him under pressure. Llorente right now. Kevin De Bruyne. Excuse me. David Ginola. Almost feeds it to Ronaldo. Close enough, but still Vladil on the ball. Bellingham, Mbappe, Ronaldo. 1-on-1 with the goalie. Can he strike? Yes, he can. Equalizer. You said it. And I agreed. There is going to be more needs for goals from Lab Zeller if he wants to win this one, because Vladil is going to sooner or later score. This was it. Look at that. Another big chance. Lab Zeller 1-on-1 with the goalie. Puts it on his knees. Great save by the goalie. Keeps it alive as well. But no need, because we see the halftime whistle. And right now, a 1-1 scoreline. We might very well see another draw here.
Yeah, we may very well, as 1-1 scoreline. Another great chance just before we hit the halfway mark. We've got a great save from the goalkeeper. Oh, we seem to have lost connection with one of the players. Hopefully we can get them back into the game sooner rather than later. But yeah, a great save from the goalkeeper. But really important defending there. Really important. He put a lot of pressure on the attacker, so he didn't have time to make the ball roll. He didn't have time to put a skill move in there to try and get past the keeper, because the defence was rushing in. So if that wouldn't have happened, he could have potentially just ball rolled, go around the keeper, tap it in the back of the net. And that's what it is. That ball roll between the shot, it gives you the opportunity to look for the goalkeeper movement. It gives you the opportunity to maybe go around the goalkeeper if he dives at your feet. We saw it down the other end with the goal from Ronaldo. He took a second from Vladil, took a second, ball roll, saw the goalkeeper movement come out, shot it at the near post, green time finish. So important. And yeah, it's been another fantastic game so far between these two teammates.
Yeah, absolutely. Great game so far. And you said it. I was hoping to see some statistics, and then we had a disconnect. Working on getting these guys back. Right now, 2-2 from the first match, 1-1 from the second match. We've said it. We expect both guys to give each other a few scares and to be very close. But if you look at their place in the rankings, you'd have to say that Vladil is punching above his weight, isn't he?
Yeah, definitely. You look at Labzella, he's a little bit further up the table. You know, he's a very good player, but we've said it already, when two players come up against each other in this tournament, the lower ranking player usually tends to do not better over both games, but always puts up a fight, and that's what you love to see, even in these kind of moments where the player is maybe a little bit lower ranked, maybe a little bit lower rated, still manages to put up a fight, still manages to score goals and provide that upset. It's very nice, and you love to see it. But for me, going into that second half, I'm sticking with a draw. These players just, neither one of them can seem to get two goals up above each other and just manage to push forward that amount they need.
Yeah, very true. It's starting to look like a draw indeed. I'll stick to Labzeller. I'll keep sticking to my guns. Don't want to turn back on my predictions. However, we are going to see the second half going underway. I think we're going to see a replay, obviously restarting the game. And let's see what they're about to do right here.
Yeah, we are underway. It seems like Labzella will be kicking us off here in the. I assume we'll be just playing it as a one half just as one half. We're starting at 1-1. So there's a chance. Benzema, great save, and we've seen that chance before. Benzema with a shot, just not enough power to try to beat the goalkeeper. Not enough power on it. Mbappe trying to defend here in the penalty area. Mbappe once again, nice little turn there. I think it was the McGeady spin. Once again, well defended by Vladil.
Yeah, absolutely. Points stay the same as before, and we're playing just the one half is what we get from our technical director. Thank you for that information. And let's see what's about to happen. I was just checking to see that information, and we're going to see a penalty kick. Penalty kick in favor of Vladil. Can he convert? Yes, he can. Spot kick taken well. Keeper sent the wrong way. 1-0 or 2-1 in favor of Vladil right now. Looking solid. Looking to take it. And interesting enough is that the language being spoken on stream by the commentator is Dutch. So you'd have to feel that Labzeller is from the Dutch-speaking part of Belgium. Or a Vlaams player. Here he goes once again, trying to once again create an equalizer. Looking at deficit against his mate Vladil. Hoping for him to be able to put that right.
Ginola all played over the top, but well defended. Caught off guard there. Played it well. Good tackle there. And you say about Belgium and the Dutch speaking part of Belgium. Is it Flemish, the other part of?
Yeah. Okay. That's Flemish, and then the Walloon part is the French-speaking part of Belgium.
Okay, I have a few friends from Belgium, and they all speak Dutch, so that's why I've always kind of gone to that, and I thought that it was only a Dutch-speaking country, but obviously not. 14 minutes though into this game, it's basically the second half, isn't it? So we are starting to come down to the final knockings. This one, Vladil. Can he go 2 goals ahead? Can he get that break of play? Can he get the daylight?
Oh, well done.
Through? He's so far offside. He is so far offside.
The ball roll made him go in behind the striker that he fed it to. So, yeah, it was almost kept him onside by just being there with the ball at his feet at the back line. But then the ball roll put him behind the other player. So, bit of a mistake there, although he did manage to do insanely well, creating that 100% chance. I thought he had a chance to shoot already. It was probably an 80% chance already. But then he created a 100% chance, with the exception of putting his fellow player in an offside position with that ball roll back. Oh man, that's tough luck for Vladil. On the other hand, it's lucky for us because it keeps the game alive. It keeps Labzeller on his 5, and of course it keeps Labzeller with a big chance to get an equalizer here. Although Vladil on the other end, trying to get that second goal again, doesn't get close enough. Labzeller takes over, but we've seen the best chances so far from Vladil, certainly.
Yeah, 100%. Vladil's looking good. He's creating great chances. He's getting down the wing, making the most of those opportunities. Unfortunately, was just offside in that situation a few moments ago, but maybe Labzeller now looking to create the chance. Goes down. Offside was the call. Could have been a penalty call if he wasn't offside. I'm not sure, but would have been close.
Yeah, absolutely. Got a knee straight into his leg. Oh, look at that. Vladil with another big chance, and then he does get the second goal or third goal of the match. That's 3-1 up right now with only about 20 minutes left to be played in game, and that's huge for Vladil. And like I said, he's punching above his weight. Right now he's going up and above and beyond the Call of Duty, although Labzeller on the ball does get possession on the opposing half. Oh, look at that. It goes right through the defender, but then just a bit too far ahead, and the keeper is able to pounce on it.
Ronaldo making a good run through. Can't quite find the pass. Does find his feet, though. Ginola, does he have the pace to get past Capdevila? Oh. No, that's a great tackle from the Spaniard. De Bruyne plays it to Ginola. Ball roll. Goalkeeper manages to get there. That would have been the nail in the coffin. You would have thought that would have been the goal to secure the win. We are still in this game. Ginola
Feed it.
running through.
Oh.
Chance. Green time finish. Great save. Falls back down to Ginola. Great save again from Edwin van der Sar.
Was a bit late on the through ball. I should have fed it earlier. However, did create a huge chance again. How did the goalie keep that out? How does he keep this out as well? Labzeller still with a chance. 15 minutes left to be played, but Vladil gets the ball awarded to him. I like, by the way, that advantage being played by the ref, although that was already 5 minutes, in-game minutes back. That situation. Labzeller on the ball this time. Once again. There's a lot of ground to cover. However, he does have a 5 versus 4 situation, 5 versus 5 situation, maybe even a 6 versus 5 situation. Doesn't matter because it's one-on-one with the keeper if he skips through these two defenders, but he gets sandwiched. It's all allowed. No penalty given. Obviously, it was too light of a challenge for that. Plus, they got the ball. Look at that, Vladil with a chance to decide this, to put it to bed. Oh, look at that, over the keeper, skips in a hop, and doesn't get the shot on target on the back of some insanely good defending from Labzeller. Does give the ball away, and shot just wide. I think it's just a yard out.
Well, team of the year, Jude Bellingham, you've got to be expecting him to score that one. One-on-one with the goalkeeper, a little bit difficult on his weak foot as well. It is a tough opportunity, but there is only 3 minutes left in this one. This would be the game. This would be the absolute game if he can score here. He can't. Maybe one last chance for Labzeller. No, can't find the ball forward. Manages to dispossess him. 43 minutes, the clock's ticking down. Oof, misses out there once again. That's putting so much pressure on Vladil here. Wins the ball back again. And I think this might be all she wrote for Labzeller.
Yeah, definitely. Look at that, playing it out from the back. And there we go. I think we're going to hear the final whistle upon seeing this throw in. Maybe just the one chance, although the referee doesn't need to leave it to be played. Because obviously the 2-goal cushion is enough for Vladil. He's going to punch it out from this. And then we got the 3-1 win following on the 2-2 draw. And I think Vladil did way more than he was expected of him. He gets 4 big points. And I said that he is going to rise in the rankings. However, I did say that Zeller was going to win this one.
You did indeed, and it was it was close, wasn't it? It was a tough game, but you know, obviously it's difficult when you're going from playing you're playing 2 first halves. The stamina bars are full for each player. Maybe there's a little bit of favourability there for Vladil. You're not too sure, but either way, you can't take anything away from Vladil. They played incredibly well, just finding these opportunities down the wings, playing the ball inside, and yeah, he was creating opportunities very, very well. I don't want to say easily because that obviously sounds a bit harsh towards Labzeller, but it didn't seem like he was just creating opportunities for days in that second half.
Absolutely, yeah. Great result for Vladil. 2-2 draw and a 3-1 win. Labzeller obviously won't be too happy, but of course he will be happy that his friend is going to rise in the rankings as we both expect him to this season. One more big game coming up. It's the main man, Shadow, champion of the regular season last year, runner-up at the grand finals last year. And he's going to go up against one of the biggest favorites for the season, Ivan Nilsson, maybe even the biggest favorite. Stay tuned for the Masters of the Day. We're going to go out for a break. And don't forget to play the marble game. You might just win a PSN card. See you in a bit.
De nos jours, outre les smartphones, portables, télévisions et consoles de jeux, toujours plus de périphériques domotiques sont conçus pour une utilisation sans fil. Une situation parfaite pour le Wi-Fi 6. En effet, la nouvelle norme Wi-Fi, connue également sous le nom de Wi-Fi AX, permet de bénéficier d'une performance maximale et ce, pour de nombreux appareils connectés simultanément. Les nouveaux procédés assurent une meilleure efficacité, une plus grande vitesse du Wi-Fi et augmentent également la portée. Pour vous, cela signifie que vous pouvez profiter d'un streaming sans interruption, d'un son cristallin pour la musique et que vous pouvez surfer et jouer en ligne à une vitesse ultra rapide, tout ça en même temps. Mais ce n'est pas tout. Comme le Wi-Fi préserve la batterie de vos périphériques mobiles, vous pouvez faire durer le plaisir encore plus longtemps grâce à une meilleure gestion de l'énergie. Avec la Fritzbox 7530AX, profitez du meilleur Wi-Fi à la maison.
Wow.
Look at the performance, the graphics. That thing's a gaming machine. A new challenger. Is that Faker? That man's a gaming legend. Everyone, fasten your seatbelts. And here we go!
Are you lacking? I can trust you cause I know you're finna fall. Too many times I told myself this marijuana getting old. I put those thoughts right in a cage. Then I smoke me another bowl. Trying to melt all the time away. Every minute just too cold. I'm a sex addict. I love it when she touches the pole. My automatic bullets addicted to taking souls. We let him have it. Empty the clip and reload. My bullets on go. While I smoke some blow. I need it. I need my fix. Cause I'm so rich, waiting, fiending, dreaming, thinking about my next time. Chasing the dragon, the one in my road. I'm screaming out, fuck it. I hate the drugs, but when I use, I love it. A painful love, the kind of pain when no one cares. Addiction, it whispers in my ears. Think you're better than this, I regret to inform. It's your daily routine, bro, this joint is the norm. You say you're getting off, but we've been here before. Here, I'll pass you some cash, you should go get more. Walking around with open arms, but my heart remaining closed. Care so much about perception, I buy designer clothes. I don't think they pay attention, as long as they're fulfilled. Your homies be there for trips, but don't wanna pay the bills. Won't go up inside my lungs, decisions so complicated. LSD on
from the steps, roll the dice, play it twice. You just
might lose your life in these streets every night. I know niggas that was getting this chicken, they cooking up. Guess they good in the kitchen. I started off from the street to the city. I'm getting guap, let's go fuck up the city, yeah, yeah. Come on, my nigga, we on go, my nigga, for all of my doors in the pen. You said you was gang, but you never hanged, and I guess it was a myth. The picture I paint, it's never gonna change. RPG, we gonna win. Spending this cash, or run to the back, we can do this shit all again. Come on, my nigga, we on go, my nigga, for all of my doors in the pen. You said you was gang, but you never hanged, and I guess it was a myth. The picture I paint, it's never gonna change. RPG, we gonna win. Spending this cash, or run to the back, we can do this shit all again. She wanna kick it like Ronaldo. Flew her right out of the state on Monte Carlo. Pink slips, we don't even got a car, no. I've been drinking out this liquor in my sorrows. She wanna kick it like Messi. She be tryna text me. Nothing been the same since the day that you left me. Now I'm on top, I've been whipping in a Tessie. She been playing games, no scrimmage tryna test me. Wake up feeling moody, she just wanna use me. Story of my life, every day feel like a movie. I've been with a gang, walk around with them Thule. Air Force Ones on my feet, I've been cooling. Smoking on that Doja, not cat, just Skittles. Tattoos on my body, I'ma rock it like it's Riddle. She want ass shots, poke a hole like a dimple. Sticking to the call with the bros, keep it simple. And I ain't never need no soul. She just wanna call my phone. I ain't picking up, lil' hoe, I won't answer. She said she a Leo, but she act like a Cancer. Tell me what's the move? Tell me, baby, what you tryna do? I've been outside, what's the move? Look into my eyes, it's me and you, and that's the truth. She wanna kick it like Ronaldo. Flew her right out of the state on Monte Carlo. Pink slips, we don't even got a car, no. I've been drinking out this liquor in my sorrows. She wanna kick it like Messi. She be tryna text me. Nothing been the same since the day that you left me. Now I'm on top, I've been whipping in a Tessie. She been playing games, no scrimmage tryna text. You wanna kick it like Ronaldo. Flew her right out of the state on Monte Carlo. Pink slips, we don't even got a car, no. I've been drinking out this liquor in my sorrows. She wanna kick it like Messi. She be tryna text me. Nothing been the same since the day that you left me. Now I'm on top, I've been whipping in a Tessie. She been playing games, no scrimmage tryna test me.
Feel like what we had was different. We was caught up in each other. Guess I should've seen the difference. Was caught up with another. Don't know how I'm dealing with it. Don't know how I'm gonna recover. Guess I gotta cut my losses or else I'm just gonna suffer. The damage was done and you weren't the one. This shit was all over before it begun. The shit went and sunk and so did our love. Always forever was short like I thought. So long until we meet again. So long, I don't need you, my friend. So long, I got 3 in the bands. So long, I'ma be like, it was time for me to vanish. Don't care if you understand it. All the nights.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go again. We got another winner in the marble game, Ryu91. Of course, we're going to get one more big winner today. In the Masters of the day, it's going to be Eva Nilsson versus Shadow. It's going to be the Portuguese Luxembourgish player versus the Belgian player versus our runner-up of last year, by the way. And Eva Nilsson was there in season number 1. Let's see, he ended up in... he didn't end up in the top 4 back then. He did end up in the top 12. However, right now, he is looking like the strongest Luxembourgish player out there. Maybe shares that status with Alex B, FIFA, maybe with ex Fabinho. But Eva Nilsson did, of course, qualify to represent Team Luxembourg in the FIFA E-Nations Series, but also for the playoffs of the FIFA23 Global Series in London. Would you say it's fair to say that Eva Nilsson, even though he's only 20 years old right now, George, is probably the best Luxembourgish player, or at least in potential, the best Luxembourgish player?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to come out here and say he's definitely the best player, but he is very very good. That is absolutely for certain. He's so young, only 20 years old. He's also qualified for the Champions League as well. So on top of all of that, for me, Ivan Nilsson, he's got to be up there. It's number one or number two for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's going to go up against number 2 of last year's entire competition, maybe even the best player in general, because he looked so solid in the regular season as well, getting that number 1 spot at the end of the season, getting some extra prize money from that as well. Shadow, he was second in the second season as well in PEM 2021. And then in the first season, he was third in the end. How frustrating is that, George, to be so close to winning it all the time, winning the regular season last year, being the big favorite to go on to the playoffs, and then in the grand final, seeing someone else win that gold medal again?
Yeah, I mean, it's not something that I've experienced personally a ton in my life. A few times, definitely playing rugby growing up, coming runner-up in tournaments, the feeling. It's absolutely gut-wrenching. It's horrible. You want to be that person in the limelight, in the spotlight, being praised for all your achievements. But yeah, it definitely hurts. But you've got to take that hurt and fuel it towards doing better next time and performing better on the next stage. And I think that's something that Shadow's definitely going to do. He's been performing so well already in this tournament. You can see by just looking at the table how many games he's won. I think he's only lost 1 game already in this tournament. Yeah. So obviously a very, very high level player. For me, Shadow, he's definitely the favourite right now to win the entire thing, but there are definitely players in this tournament that can compete with him. Ivan Nilsson is one of those players.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm looking for the game that Shadow has lost so far. He had that one 0-0 draw against the Red 28. Other than that, he's won pretty much everything out there. Although there was the one match against Lab Zeller that he lost his fellow Belgian player 3 versus 5. In the other game, he set it right, winning 7-4. He's managed to win 2 big games in the Masters of the Day last week against Abdu Brown, 4-2 and 5-3. And then in the end, he's managed to win against I Am Innocence as well with 4-1, although he drew that other game 1 versus 1. So there you have it. 2 draws and 1 loss in this competition. Other than that, he's won everything else. So there's 35 points on the board and the potential to get some more points today. Although that's going to be tough because, as you said it, Ivan Nilsson, one of the biggest stars in Luxembourgish FIFA. If you'd had to predict a score line for these 2 matchups, what would you say it's going to be? Oh, there's a goal already. Shadow playing with the Red Kids, Royal Standard de Liège, the club he represents in Proximus Pro League. Of course, wearing the kit as well in game. And then already scoring 1-0 after a few minutes in this Masters of the Day. Big moment from him. Ivan Nilsson only can stop and stare at that. Look at that. Absolutely thunderstruck right now. Ivan Nilsson building it with Kevin De Bruyne in his midfield. I was going to say, what are your predictions for these 2 matches?
Well, now he's scored. I've got to know. I'm not going to change my prediction. I'm going to go what I was going to say with before the goal went in. I've got to go with Ivan Nilsson. He's a top quality player. He's done it on, in big levels of FIFA. Obviously, Shadow has as well, but I think Ivan Nilsson, you can just look at his club name, something to prove. He has something to prove today. The question is, can he topple the number 1 in the league? I'm going to go with Ivan Nilsson, and for the scoreline, I'm going to go with 3-2.
Yeah, that's an interesting result. Ivan Nilsson 3-2 might very well see it happen. I'm going to go with both these players taking 1 win from this double encounter, and I think Shadow's going to take this one. Look at that, huge chance, lays it off, finishes, sweaty goal. No chance whatsoever for Ivan Nilsson to do anything about it. Well, you gotta say, that's marvelously well worked, that through ball. Timing and the weighted pass, perfect.
Well, it's not just that, it was also Ivan Nilsson's downfall as well. He went for the offside trap. Shadows read it to absolute perfection. through ball came through, the offside trap came out from Ivan Nilsson, and obviously we saw how that one worked out. As you said, a sweaty goal, but I would say a beautiful cross ball whipped in. Mbappe not quite able to get up in time to get to that one. But yeah, you know, Shadow 2 goals up early on. Ivan Nilsson looking to get a goal of his own. Kylian Mbappe through. Perfectly timed chip. Perfect amount of power. And Mbappe gets the goal there. So 2 goals to 1 now. I don't think I expected this many goals this early on, but we'll roll with it. I don't mind.
Yeah, they're balling. They're on their way to hit your prediction, perhaps. Even Nilsson needs a few more. Shadow, however, on the other end, tries to whip in a cross, doesn't get on the end of it. Sergio Ramos deals with it. Kevin De Bruyne for Ivan Nilsson. Tries to unleash his striker and doesn't just try it. Kylian Mbappe does almost get on the end of that. Lucio with the save. Former Bayer Leverkusen legend. Yaya Toure. Walker. Good team for Shadow, obviously, as well. Jude Bellingham, one of the most popular cards in midfield, as the main Belgian man, Kevin De Bruyne, is on the other side for the Luxembourgish player, Ivan Nilsson, as we said, playing with something to prove. That's his team name. Here with the Black Kids, tries to create another big chance, almost gets one. Shadow, however, gets away with a jump scare. 3 versus 3 situation right now in favor of Shadow. Tries to unleash Ginola a bit early on the pass. Not enough on it, and then easily dealt with by Ivan Nilsson, but he doesn't need to get through all those red jerseys. Oh, I think that's offside. Yeah, called it.
Yeah, offside this time, but we're seeing Ivan Nilsson try that one time and time again. It came off the first time, didn't the second. Will he move away from it, or will he continue to try it? We'll have to wait and see to find out. But either way, Shadow currently putting a lot of pressure on. Ivan Nilsson winning the ball back, though, and losing out on it once again. It's very calculated stuff from both of these players so far. Not too many risks taken. Very calculated stuff. And Mbappe will step over, looks for the pass in the middle, can't quite find it. Ronaldo picks the ball up. There's a massive wall of defenders in the way. Can't find any room to squeeze the ball through. Ronaldo back on it once again. Twist and turn and step over. Steps back, looks for the pass. It was not on. Good interception there from Ivan Nilsson. Yaya Toure, though. Ronaldo, great save from Van der Sar to put it behind for a corner.
Absolutely. Ivan Nilsson under pressure. Shadow at the byline. Whips in a cross, and the header connects, but Edwin Van der Sar pushes it wide for another corner kick. Quickly taken. Kylian Mbappe. Is he going to whip in a cross, or is he going to go for a goal? There we go. Lace it off for Ramos. Certainly not someone you'd expect to see shooting at goal, although of course, he has been the hero at Real Madrid in his time. As he had to score a long-range screamer for PSG. Good defending by Ivan Nilsson. Doing very well, the young lad of Portuguese descent. Here we go, trying to see him build it out from the back. As you said, he tries that lofted through ball. There we go. Now he's looking to create something. Ivan Nilsson, Moreira. Playing with Luxembourg in his heart, but obviously also has a thing with Portugal. There he goes, great combination. Could score one right here, could get the equalizer, but offside position. Flag goes up, called back as Shadow gets the build once again. But that was good stuff from Ivan Nilsson.
It was good build-up play. Just the last pass to Hakimi was in an offside position, just wandered off. Chanso Aloran whips it into the middle, cleared away, but only as far as Ronaldo, the poacher himself, finds the ball, just falls at his feet, and from there he could just whack it in the back of the net. Has to bang it in off the post, but he will not mind at all. 3 goals to 1 to Shadow. He's got a bit of daylight now, he's got a little bit of room. Can Ivan Nilsson find a way back into this one? We've seen him score one already. We've seen him find the build-up play. Can he find a way back? Because Shadow is just coming for more. He's not going to sit on this 2-goal lead. He's not just going to wait. He's not going to leave it to any chances. He's going to continue to try to score goals. Ginola to Ronaldo. Good opportunity. Shifts it to De Bruyne, but maybe could have just found the shot. But once again, you have to say, he these FIFA players, they love their 100% opportunity. Maybe the referee calls it a bit early for the half-time whistle there, but you've got to say, Shadow in complete control right now.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like he is in the rankings, he was already clear a bit at the top of the rankings. Even Nielsen in third, of course, with a double win. Even Nielsen could put himself just the 1 point behind Shadow, not seeming like it's gonna happen in this first encounter. However, don't ever say never. Right now, I do think that Shadow is looking a bit too good to give this away in the second half, right?
Yeah, he's looking very good. He's looking clean. Don't get me wrong. Ivan Nilsson's having opportunities to come forward, but 90%, well, not 90, that's a bit harsh. Maybe like 60% of his opportunities building the play out from the back. It's getting thwarted in the midfield area. It's getting, cut off quite early. He's not able to get the full attack off, and that is really harming Ivan Nilsson because he's trying to throw the bodies forward, but then he's getting caught. And Shadow's just so good at getting down those wings, finding the ball into the middle and finding the shot. The goal with Ronaldo, a tad fortunate, a tad unfortunate, you could say, for Ivan Nilsson. It just falls perfectly to Ronaldo. But either way, you've got to say, Shadow completely deserving the lead so far in this game.
Absolutely. 3-1 lead going into the second half. Shadow, of course, a history with Charleroi, Belgian club, but has been representing Standard de Liège, or Standard Luik, as we call it in the Dutch part of Belgium. And he has been representing them for over 2 seasons now, doing very well. The young Luxembourgish lad, Ivan Nilsson Morera, representing Progress Niederkorn, right now under pressure from Shadow, because not just is Shadow 3-1 up, he's also distributing possession through his backline, waiting for that opportunity to pounce. Here he goes with a perfect cross, switches play to the right hand side, brings it into the penalty area, tries to reach one of his strikers, doesn't quite get there, but does put a lot of pressure on Ivan Nilsson, who does get the goal kick here. But like you said, he doesn't have a lot of luck building it out from the back. Let's see if he can get it here. Lofted through ball on the left-hand side. Capdevila running deep. Kyle Walker in pursuit. Ginola, De Bruyne lays it off. Ginola, no finish. Edwin van der Sar pushes it wide once again. We have to be honest, for Shadow, Van der Sar has been a huge factor in him getting so many points. However, he's already dealt with Abdu Brown. He's already dealt with Alex B. FIFA, already with the Red as well. Many of these favorites can't really get a foothold against Shadow, and it's the same again. Ivan Nilsson doesn't seem to be finding any luck here.
He doesn't at all, but the one factor that you've got to contribute to the goalkeeper making these saves is the goalkeeper movement. Shadow moved the goalkeeper across fairly far. Ivan Nilsson just didn't notice. It was a bit shifty, when you move the goalkeeper across, your opponent moves it across and you don't notice. It can be really, really frustrating, but that's why these players are so patient. That's why they take their time when they're in the box and don't take these shots just off the bat. They throw a ball roll in, they throw a fake shot in there. But it's got to be said, there is chances building up here for Ivan Nilsson, and when the chances start to come, goals are going to start coming, and I feel like it is going to come sooner rather or later. The time's ticking down, but he's starting to get chances now.
Absolutely. Let's see if he can get a few more. 25 minutes left to be played in game. Toure feeding it out wide. Capdevila reaches Ginola, who does lose possession as Shadow has that compact back line and that midfield concrete block there. Here we go. Ginola, one-on-one. One more defender to beat. It's just one too many. Great defensive work by Ivan Nilsson. However, he's looking to score at least 2 goals to get a draw. Maybe even 3 if he wants to get a win. It's going to be tough against Shadow, especially with the ball skewed. It's Ivan Nilsson, though. He wants to do something about his formation. Maybe bring in the fresh legs. The last 20 minutes of the match, which we are entering right now. Shadow on the ball. 3 strikers to pick out. Let's see if he can find a working option. Capdevila with the lofted ball into Ginola. Tries to lob it into him. Good defending by Ivan Nilsson, but now it comes to the hard part. Finding a gap in the defense of Shadow. It's simply not there again. Lucio steps in. Feeds the through ball, offside position for the fellow striker. So Ronaldo is going to have to go himself, gets a shot off, despite the defender tugging his shirt. Van der Sar slaps it wide for Ivan Nilsson. And right now it's looking ever more likely for Shadow to take it with every minute that goes off of the timer.
Yeah, it's got to be full send now for Ivan Nilsson. He's got to bring whatever super subs he can on. He's got to go constant pressure, get everybody forward. I mean, when you lose, obviously you don't want to lose by a crazy amount, because if not, it will affect your goal to game performance. It will affect your goals conceded, goals against. But at the end of the day, if you're going to lose, you might as well try to get a draw or get something out of it. You might as well try to claw it back. So probably going to send everything forward now. You wouldn't blame him for doing so, but you've got to say Shadow just looking absolutely incredible here in this game so far. The skills that he uses, he doesn't use them, he doesn't spam them. So when he does use them, it's so impactful.
Oh.
Hits the post off the corner. Lovely opportunity, well created chance. Good cross into the middle. Is it now going to be Ivan Nilsson's chance to come forward? Is he going to find that perfect pass that we've seen him get a few times?
Shadow with a good opportunity. You said it, he works them well. He always goes for the big opportunity. That was a great cross towards the far post, header off the woodwork, and then Ivan Nilsson is still alive, though only barely, with 10 minutes left to play. Look at that cross! Oh! Look at that manual keeping. If ever there was a time that Shadow positioned his keeper well, it was right there, even though it was offside. It was one of those instances you talked about earlier. Shadow always moving that goalie around in time to intercept. Does it well again.
I would love to see how close some of these offside flags are. I wish that was something that we could have in tournament mode. It has to show how far offside it was, has to show all the replays, that kind of stuff. Obviously, it'd make the game a little bit longer, but make it more interesting, I'm sure, for the viewers, and gives us a little bit more to talk about as well. But here's a chance for Shadow to put this game to bed. Capdevia going to go for the power shot. No, fakes it. Back to Bale. Great save from the goalkeeper. Falls back down to Capdevia, who is happy to just hold on to the ball here, stop any chances coming out from Ivan Nilsson. Bellingham loses possession of the ball. Is it too late, or is there still a chance? We'll have to see a goal now, surely.
Very well, might be still a chance. However, if Shadow had scored, it would have been done and dusted. Right now, gets in between with Gareth Bale. 3 versus 2 situation. Speedy winger lays it off for Weghorst. Shot! And the goal. Shadow does indeed decide it here with Kylian Mbappe on the end of things. 4-1 in his favor. What an absolutely phenomenal display of patience, pace and skill. You have to say Shadow is very much deserving of a win here, and it looks like he's about to wrap it up.
It does indeed. Very well played from Shadow. Ivan Nilsson, we didn't see what we expected from him. It was truth to say, you know, he didn't play as well as we thought he would, but coming up against Shadow, who is a very, very good opponent, you know, he's so good at shutting his opponents down. He's so good at holding onto the ball and making these opportunities happen. We saw it with the match facts at half time. It was looking fairly one-sided towards Shadow, but Ivan Nilsson, he had opportunities. He had chances going forward. We just need to see him get a few more of them in the next game if he wants any chance of taking any kind of points off Shadow.
Absolutely, yeah. Now, I predicted a win for both these lads, a win for Shadow and then a win for Ivan Nilsson. I have to be honest, after watching this first match performance, Shadow is looking impeccable again, and I'm kind of leaning towards maybe shifting to another win for Shadow, or at the very least a draw. I'm going to be honest. How about your prediction for the next round between these lads?
It's tough, isn't it? Because when you see Shadow get a 4-1 win, you're thinking, well, he's on a roll. He's looking really good, in really good form, and you can't take that away from him. Ivan Nilsson, we didn't see. I didn't see enough for me to make the claim that he's going to win the next game. It wasn't so one-sided to the point where I was thinking. I think that he's not got what it takes to beat Shadow. He definitely does. We've seen it before. We've seen him perform absolutely incredibly in tournaments past and present. And yeah, for me, I feel like Shadow will take the win, but hopefully it is a little bit closer. Hopefully we see Ivan Nilsson score a couple more goals or get a few more chances.
Absolutely, yeah. We're hoping to see that happen as well, because if we look at the table, it would mean a huge gap is being opened up here by Shadow, and we want to keep that tension. We want to keep that interesting possibility for top 4 finishes alive. However, as we said, we don't just need the one winner, we need a top 4 to reach the playoffs. So obviously it is going to remain interesting at all times until the last day of play. However, it is less interesting if the guy up top opens up a gap so huge that at the last play day he's already certain of a win with 6 games left to be played. Now last year it was very exciting until the last day of play for all of the guys in the top 7, 8. Still a chance to qualify, and everybody in the top 4 still a chance to grab that number 1 spot. Let's see if it pans out like that this season. Right now, Ivan Nilsson once again on the ball with the dark jerseys, and of course the Progress Niederkorn jerseys. And on the other side, of course, in the red, it's Shadow or Quentin van der Watin, the man who speaks French. He's from that Wallon part of Belgium. And look at that, Ivan Nilsson strikes top corner. What a start for him. Ginola, minute number 6, and Ivan Nilsson on the board. Finally, Shadow is looking at a deficit. Finally, someone who can put some pressure on him, because this man has looked unstoppable in recent times.
I hate to break it to you, but it was Shadow that took the lead. Some to Prove has actually switched kits. I'm so sorry, Rene. I'm sorry. It's absolutely brutal, but there is a chance.
Don't be, I should be.
There is a chance for Van Nilsson, though. He's got the ball. He's starting to find some build-up play, but he is well defended from Shadow. And yeah, it's another great start to the game for Shadow as he moves on, gets himself an early goal. Will he control this game like he did the previous one? I don't know, but it's definitely gonna be tougher. It's gonna be a lot tougher this game, because I feel like Ivan Nilsson, he's got to have something to prove after that last game. He's going to be disappointed. There's that ball over the top. Aloran, 99 pace. Surely Kyle Walker can't catch him. He does, but he finds it for Ronaldo! And that's a great finish. Ivan Nilsson, this time, he has scored.
There we go, finally. Like we expected Ivan Nilsson to do, to put some pressure on Shadow. We said it, both these guys can win. Obviously, Shadow controlling the first match. Look at that, not a big chance maybe for Ivan Nilsson. Van der Sar pounces on it, appeals for a penalty kick, but obviously not awarded as the goalie simply puts his glove on the ball. Yeah, if the player tumbles over him, that's none of the goalie's concern, obviously. None of the referees as well. Yeah. Change of kits, sorry about that. In the first 10 minutes, I wasn't yet fully aware of these lads using each other's kits. Oh, look at that. Outside of the left boot from Sergio Ramos. Of course, being handled by Ivan Nilsson here, playing from left to right. To Yaya, feeding it in. Oh, almost a great through ball, but that's greatly read by Shadow. Gotta be honest, his defensive work is phenomenal, as always.
Yeah, really well played defensively, but can he do it in the attacking third as well? He's already got 1 goal this game, but a misplaced pass by Jude Bellingham. Not something that you usually expect, but either way, that one will go down as a missed opportunity for Shadow, as Ivan Nilsson might look to try and take the lead for the first time here. De Bruyne on the ball, looking to find Yaya Toure. Back to De Bruyne. Now it's Ginola. It's starting to get a bit more fast-paced here, but some good pressing coming out from Shadow. Will win the ball back. Very well defended once again from Shadow. Just makes it look... Well, it's not easy to defend against these kind of players, but he does make it look easy. And De Bruyne, Sergio Ramos, he just walks up to him, makes the tackle. It's just great timing.
Absolutely, yeah. Shadow could do himself a huge favor here by winning this second leg as well. Look at that. He's coming in with full force. Great strike. Gets the second goal. 2-1 in his favor. And he's really making it so hard on Ivan Nilsson Moreira to stay positive, to stay calm, to stay strong mentally, to keep believing in himself for this to end up with a happy ending. However, Ivan Nilsson on the ball, always looking to chime in with a lofted through ball on the left flank. Feeds it into Ginola. He's got a couple of options to pick out from. Will he lay it off to the right man? Al Huaran feeds it in. Kylian Mbappe. Great strike. Equalizer. 30 minutes have gone and we've already seen 4 big goals. And right now, Ivan Nilsson looks like the man that could stop the Shadow in form.
What a finish from Kylian Mbappe. He got it in the box. He was twisting and turning. There were so many of Shadow's defenders in the way, but he managed to find that little bit of limelight, that little bit of room, and he manages to find the back of the net. Now, the question is, who is going to go on and take the lead from here? Because it's been very close. Both players have 2 goals apiece. 34 minutes in, long ball upfield towards Aloran. Kyle Walker defended him, making him go back all the way to Capdevia, De Bruyne to Ronaldo. Little bit of space, reverse elastico, but straight into the hands of Edwin van der Sar. You've got to say, if that was in either a corner, that would have been the lead for Evan Nilsson.
Absolutely, yeah. Evan Nilsson, one of those few players that can really hurt Shadow. Look at Shadow, though, however, on the other end, instantly pouring forward, many men there in the box. Great strike, 3-2 in favor of Shadow. Once again, Kylian Mbappe on the end of things. We know this is a man who scores goals for fun. Just the last match he showed it with the 4-1 win against Evan Nilsson. And just last year, he was the second highest scorer in the regular season with 99 goals, just behind Abdu Brown with 120. And just in a season before, he was the highest scorer throughout the season. The strongest offense with 236 goals scored over the 21 season. So obviously, this is no surprise that Shadow can do this. But scoring 7 goals in 3 halves against Evan Nilsson, that is something special, you have to say.
100%. Everything he touches right now is turning to goals. It has got to be said. But Evan Nilsson has won the ball very high up the pitch. Doesn't have too many players coming forward, but can he find a pass to Ronaldo? He can. We're all tied up once again at 3 goals apiece. And it is that man once again, Ronaldo, finding the back of the net. What a game this has been. End-to-end stuff. It is anybody's game right now.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the reason it was considered the Masters of the day. We couldn't have wished for a better game. Obviously, we had some phenomenal games earlier today. Alex B. FIFA winning 9-1 against Cerro, but obviously that is a huge, huge impression Alex B. FIFA left in a Masters of the Day game. You want to have a close game. So obviously, it's good to see Evan Nilsson bounce back from that first game. However, Shadow can do himself a great service because Alex B. FIFA is in second place, 10 points behind Shadow. However, 3 games played less than Shadow. And Evan Nilsson in third with 13 points less. So if Shadow wins both these games, he's putting a huge gap in between himself and Evan Nilsson, and also keeps Alex B. FIFA at a distance. Though he has a few games left to be played. Evan Nilsson almost creating a chance. Huge chance! There it is! Ronaldo strikes. And finally, for the first time today, we see Shadow trailing. Evan Nilsson leads 4-3 at the start of the second half.
Wow, what a goal. Well played to find the ball into the box. Aloran was making it all happen there. And for the first time in this series, Evan Nilsson has found the lead in the second half. Now, the question is, will he go on to win this game, or does Shadow have something to say about it? I've got a feeling he might just do. Mbappe to the edge of the area. But once again, a chance. Mbappe just about loses out Ginola with a great interception. Yaya Toure, Mbappe, Ronaldo making the run in behind. Can't quite find the space to find the pass to him, though. What a pass from Kevin De Bruyne! And can he find the finish? Oh my word, Ronaldo misses the target. What a pass from the Belgium, though, you gotta say.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what he's known for, isn't it? Perfect weighted pass. Perfectly weighted pass. And then the right angle on it as well. Here he comes again. De Bruyne. Evan Nilsson really putting up numbers here, not just in the goal-scoring department, also in creating chances. He almost had 5-3 in his favor against Shadow, the reigning runner-up, and of course, one of the big favorites to take the gold in a regular season back-to-back. Because last year he did win that. Look at that, Evan Nilsson carving out another opportunity. Shot crunched by Shadow's defense. Does get a throw-in working for him, Shadow, but right now I feel like Evan Nilsson has the momentum and clearly looking like the man to take this game.
Yeah, 100%. Evan Nilsson's looks completely different from in the first leg. Looks so much better in this game. Honestly, just finding these passes through, finding the cuts in from each corner, just managing to find a way in the middle. yeah, just looking really, really clean so far. It's got to be said, Shadow is fighting back, always fighting back. It's nowhere near as far apart as the previous game. This one is absolutely neck and neck. It could go absolutely any way still. But right now, Ivan Nilsson definitely the one leading the charge. The question is, does Shadow find a way back into this game? Is there a way for him to find a ball into the area right now? Let's see. Aloran whips it in. But Lucio there standing strong once again. The Brazilian very well defended once again. Ronaldo comes toe-to-toe with Rafael Varane. Rafael Varane comes out on top that time. And Kunku all over the top for Ginola. It's just him. The defenders are trying to catch up, but how fast can they do that? Ginola.
Oh!
Well, Ronaldo was waiting, but Van der Sar with a big save there.
Yeah, absolutely. Tried to square for Ronaldo, doesn't quite reach him. 4 versus 3 situation in favour of Shadow, though, on the other end. Good layoff, good shot. Punched wide by Edwin van der Sar. Still 4-3 in favour of Ivan Nilsson, but Shadow threatening to score an equaliser. Looks to reach the byline once again. Can we get another corner kick? No, Ivan Nilsson keeps this alive. Does have a lot of pressure to deal with here. As Shadow is now retreating and waiting for the pressure to soak it in. Look at that. Through ball opportunity. Kylian Mbappe from an awkward angle doesn't get the ball in. Whips in a cross, heads it home. 4-4. And once again, an equalizer. We've seen this so many times this match. George, right now, Shadow does claw his way back into a game against an unleashed Ivan Nilsson. Is there any logic into what is happening right now?
Oh, it's just absolutely crazy, isn't it? What a ball crossed in, and then the green time finish on the header. Just perfect stuff. 4-4. What a game this has been so far. What an absolutely fantastic game. And Shadow finding the goal. Does that now feel like maybe the momentum's going to be going in his favour? I don't know. It's just crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. I think we have 20 minutes left in the game, if I saw the timer correctly, just before we pause. However, is the experience going to make the difference? Because obviously the young Luxembourgish man, 20 years old, obviously Shadow has all seen it, done it, been there. He's been the Belgian champion. He's got 25 years of life experience under his belt and almost 10 years of esports experience at the highest level. Obviously having won Proximus E Pro League already, having won the grand finals there, although at Post Esports Masters he has yet to crown himself the absolute champion. Do you feel like all that experience might put him over the top for if we're going to see a winner here in this matchup?
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously the more experienced player, and he's going to make you'd think he'd make the right decision in this situation, but who is to say what the right decision is to do right now? Because he's found the win in the first leg against him. He's obviously going to go forward and want to score more goals, but right now, from a points perspective, he's managed to take 3 points off of. Oh, there's a chance though. Mbappe back to Weghorst, and Shadow does not lie down. He has taken the lead once again, and wow, what a match this has been. Shadow just he won't lie down for you. He will not take the loss. He's just going to keep coming until he gets the win.
Yeah, he's an absolute robot, a Terminator. Today against Ivan Nilsson, showing his absolute best again. Last week we saw it in the Masters of the Day against Abdul Brown, the veteran Frenchman was completely annihilated. 2 big games, although in the second game Abdul Brown made it very, very close and a tense affair. However, right now against Ivan Nilsson, the first game was clearly Shadow. Second game is up for grabs. It's anyone's ball game. However, once again, with only about 10 minutes left of regular playing time, Shadow takes the lead again. Suddenly he's in control again.
Yeah, he's in control, but not absolute control. There's still time left for a big upset goal from Ivan Nilsson. And if I'm honest, the amount of effort that both of these players have put into this match, the right result probably would be a draw, but we don't want to see a draw here. We want to see somebody take all the points. We want to see a big winner. Ball whipped in. Weghorst! What is going on in this game? It's pause after pause. It's goal after goal. Who cares? Weghorst does what he wants.
Absolutely crazy. Great ball over the top for Weghorst to pounce onto. Far end of the goal. Never going to miss a header from there. The man is 197 meters, that is. And obviously, right now, looking at a a draw again. Looking at a scoreline tied 5-5. Eva Nilsson looking to see Shadow score again. No, this is absolutely crazy. Shadow straight from the kickoff. Oh, ball over the top, bounces onto it, finds the far corner. No chance for the keeper there. Shadow, I said it, that experience is going to come into play. And right now, he is making the right decisions all the time.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I've got to say, it's just goal after goal from kickoff, isn't it? We seem to come from a pause to kickoff, from a pause to kickoff to a goal to a goal. It's brilliant to see. But either way, Shadow just making all the right decisions. Just seems to be calculating every play he has before it's even happened. Just always 2 steps ahead of you, and he regains the lead once again. Does Ivan Nilsson have anything left in the tank? Does he have what it takes to bring this one back? We've still got 10 minutes left of in-game time. We've had about 3 pauses since that pause where we said there's 20 minutes left. So there's still plenty of time, but a goal now from Shadow would be absolutely killer. Whipped in.
Oh, wow. Good cross. Fanazar on the end of it, though, so Ivan Nilsson's still alive. Might very well score another. He's been scoring goals for fun today as well. 4-1 win for Shadow in the first leg. This one is looking like a more two-sided affair. Very tense game. Look at that. Played out wide. Came in with a big cross from this side for the last goal when Weghorst scores at the far post. Now Weghorst is centered, squished in between central defenders. Throw in there for Ivan Nilsson. Tries to combine. There we go. Kylian Mbappe on the edge of the box, trying to find players to connect with. There we go. Puts in a cross. Another header from Weghorst. Doesn't quite get it. Or Workhorse, as they like to call him at Manchester United. Look at that combination from Shadow, though, on the other end. Could unleash a striker here, potentially on the right side. Man on the left, back from an offside position. Gareth Bale, a lot of speed. Tries to kill a few minutes on the timer, I feel. Shadow, however, that might prove a costly mistake, as he could have gone for goal there. Ivan Nilsson takes over and has a few minutes left to create a chance. Let's see if he can. Oh, that's great skill moves there. The combination not connecting, though. Yaya Toure for Shadow. 1 minute of injury time. Marcus Llorente is going to play it to the back line. And it's going to probably whip in another cross. And there we go. Connection lost. I think that's clearly it. Ivan Nilsson had a lost connection or ended the game. Shadow looked like he had the timer under control there. Could have maybe even created another goal, George. What do you think would have happened there if he laid it off?
I don't know. I feel like there was potentially a goal coming at the end of that one, but either way, very well played from Shadow. We are just checking in with the admins now to make sure that that was meant to happen, or whether it was just a DC. We'll have to quickly find out for you guys. But either way, up until the last few moments of that match, Shadow was he just kept bouncing back, didn't he? He just kept finding a way back into the game. Every turn we were saying, "Oh, is this enough for Ivan Nilsson to go through? Is this enough for him to get the win?" It doesn't seem like it, because Shadow just keeps bouncing back. He's so resilient.
Yeah, absolutely. Never count him out. He is an absolute monster. And let's see if we can get any updates. There we go. All right, so that's a win for Shadow. Obviously, we only had a few seconds left in the match. He was about to whip in that last cross. Obviously, there was no time for a counterattack on Ivan Nilsson's part. So Shadow takes a deserved 6-5 win on top of a 4-1 win. That is absolutely huge, George. If we look at the rankings, this man is going to go, I think, although he has played 4 matches more than Ivan Nilsson, 2 matches more than Ivan Nilsson, sorry, and a few more than Alex B FIFA as well. He has now got a gap of 17 points to number 3, Ivan Nilsson, and a bit less of a gap towards Alex B, but that is huge, isn't it?
Yeah, it's massive. I mean, unless we see those players pick up every win out of those games they have an advantage, I don't think it matters. 4 times 6, 24, and obviously there's a chance for it to happen, but the likelihood of them winning every single game back to back to back, very, very difficult. Shadow is at the top right now, and the question is, can anybody catch him? I feel like it's going to be very close. I feel like it's going to come down to the wire towards finals week.
Yeah, absolutely. definitely going to go down to the wire. Shadow with a big win here. And of course, we've seen a couple of great matches. El Mokado versus I Am Innocent. Sero versus Alex B. FIFA. Alex B. FIFA getting a good result there, although Sero maybe deserved more. Vladil versus Lab Seller, the two friends. And then in the end, two of the favorites to take the title, Ivan Nilsson and Shadow, both delivered, especially during game number 2. George, anything to add?
No, I think you wrapped it up pretty well there. It's been a fantastic day. We've had some great games. That final game was an absolute thriller. What a banger to end out on. And yeah, absolutely fantastic day as always. It's been a pleasure. Thank you very much.